Ooh, Lumpus Potato. I will check that out. Will Colin Jost be on Freax? What did he do? I don't know. Yeah, but you also support MAGA, right? You know, I don't support Make America Great Again, but I know a lot of people are really upset when you say this type of thing. I am friends with people who support Donald Trump to this day. I'm on a podcast with Danny, for God's sakes, and he wouldn't stop singing that song about how he, oh my God, voted for Donald Trump. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. Can you leave a white boy in Japan alone? No, I need him to finish his part of the newest loopholes. Newest loopholes, by the way, might come out on time, but it all depends on Farfa. Farfa said, yeah, I'll get your footage right after I'm done celebrating Eid, and then he just didn't. He had time to argue with me in DMs. He didn't have time to upload loopholes. Stop making him work? No. Oh, so you think he shouldn't celebrate? No, obviously not. Do you think Christ celebrated after his trials and tribulations through hell? He probably did. I would have. Making him as if Danny wouldn't work on vacation willingly. Okay, I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes about the Danny Japan vacation. Every second of it has been everyone around him telling him not to work and him being like, well, what if I just like do a little stream? He loves working. He loves working on vacation. Thankfully, I would never do anything like that. It pisses me off. He did stream insane. Ugh. Has he seen Tung 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 Sahur in Japan? Maybe. Maybe. No, I think Farfa is asleep, which is a big problem. When does he come back? Do you know, Rebecca? I need to figure that out. Should be soon. He just replied to me on Twitter like an hour ago. That's insane. Hold the fuck up. He's ignoring my... Oh my God. I'm going to his Twitter to DM him to upload his thing. Arfa Yu-Gi-Oh. Hey, bestie. Can you please upload for Dyer? The last time I DM'd him was March 20th, 2024, and it was an Edinger Mentum post that is a picture of a Discord post that says, complimenting my Muslim coworker's outfit. I thought you weren't allowed to eat right now. And he replied by saying, motherfucker sent me a Twitter DM. He's making fun of me for doing that. Did you see the Ruxin got a serialized full art bat chest card? You know, I did, but all I could think about while I was seeing him open it is, how do the Japanese feel seeing a white man open Grandmaster Rare? We should have like multiple days of Twitter discourse about that. You guys, by the way, I go to Alestral's Worlds for 4 days, and you let the most insane people online control the discourse. This is why there must always be an MBT in the ecosystem. They're dropping me onto Twitter like the wolves in Yellowstone. They're like, you cannot make Orientalism in Grandmaster Rarity the trending topic this week. I apologize. Jaxel's shit was funny. The person who wrote Bird Brain thought that Jaxel was trying to get them killed. She's on Twitter being like, yeah, this reply was really hurtful. How the fuck are you live? You flew home today. Where do you get this energy? I slept on the plane. I actually did sleep on the plane for the first time in a while. Southwest, I hate to say it, I actually do like their policy where they make you sit in assigned seating now. I thought I wasn't going to like it. I liked it a great deal. This guy can sleep on planes. I can't. I used to be able to sleep on planes. And then when I turned like 27, I just stopped being able to do it. Like my body was like, no, you sleep in a bed. But I was able to today, just a little bit. I'm still operating on less than full function. So if I'm not funny today, if I play poorly in Yu-Gi-Oh, for the first time ever, I have an excuse. Did you get a long line? You know, I did. And I didn't miss my plane, but I was in the line when it was boarding, and I was like, fuck me. Flying today was a nightmare, too. I had to fly out of Harry Reid, more like Scary Pede, because that's what I did when I saw the scary line. Listen, Harry Reid International Airport is really interesting because it reminds me that as much as I think that Dulles and Reagan are managed by Hitler and Goebbels, respectively, there are still like actual airports that are managed by the literal Antichrist, like the living Antichrist made flesh. I don't know how you people in Vegas do it. That is the worst airport I've ever been to. Every time I go, I fucking hate it. But today it was so bad because one, they had the canine out, and I never like being mean to dogs, but they had to swap the canine because the first dog was having too much fun. He was like running back and forth and jumping around, and they had to keep stopping people. Be like, do you have drugs? And they're like, no. The dog was just excited. So they gave the dog like a chew toy to calm him down, and it didn't work. And they were like, okay, go get the other dog. And they had to go get another dog, and it took forever. And the second is that Ice was there. You fucking oh my god. We'll do this on Freax, of course, but it's in case you didn't know, at the end of last week, Trump was like, yeah, on Monday I'm going to put ICE in the airports to help the TSA agents do their jobs while their pay is being negotiated through this insane budget crisis. And I got to tell you, the ICE TSA thing is literally like the least competent workers of all time versus the least competent workers of today. It was like, you know that image that's like the big fat groypers walking down the hallway? I like walked into Harry Reid and I just was confronted with that image, except half of them were wearing TSA jerseys and the other half were wearing like tactical gear they bought at the mall. It was fucking awesome. I was like, oh, we are not getting through here today. Oh my god. And there was one moment where that we were in the line for like an hour, and the guy behind me goes to one of the TSA agents and is like, hey, my plane is boarding now. Like, is there any way I can like hop up forward a little bit in line? And the TSA agent kind of nods toward the rest of the line, and all of us go, our plane is also boarding now. Like, we've all been in this line for an hour. Like, it's a fucking nightmare. Oh man, I don't know, whatever. All the guys who signed up to be Punisher being forced to work at the airport is actually the closest thing to a fitting punishment for them. They should, they should do that. They should get the ICE people to go to like Dulles and have to work there. But instead of like working security, they should have to work at like the Dunkin'. They should have to work in like the Burger King in the airport. They're like, protect and serve your country. You will be delivering Whoppers to American individuals. Oh my god. Make him clean up trash. Listen, I'll tell you this. The renovations to BWI in the last couple of years have made the airport the most incredible place to return to. I'm sitting on this long ass flight that I hate in my new assigned seat, courtesy of Southwest Airlines. We get to BWI. I'm like, here we fucking go. Now I have to drive an hour home, blah, 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 blah. I walk out, and what am I immediately greeted by? But a space lavatory from the year 9000 that has been teleported into BWI. The bathrooms in BWI are so luxurious. If you want to take a shit in any airport, hold it till you get to Baltimore, baby. Yeah, Jillian wants you to know the important features of the bathroom. It tells you how many people are in line. On the front, it says how many stalls are available. And when you get in a stall, it is floor to ceiling covered. And it's like a little office. It's like the size of my actual office. I sat down and I was like, I could be in here for 2 hours. Like, this is incredible. There's like a little shelf. They put 3-ply in the bathroom. I'm like, how does this not destroy your piping? It's BWI. You're doing something right with respect to the bathrooms, man. No bidet. That's the next step. That's the next step, baby. Yeah, there's a Jillian's right. She says there's always people cleaning. There's always people cleaning. And the people have the best job ever, because someday you go to like Reagan or Dulles and there's someone cleaning and you just kind of look at them and there's a deep sadness in their eyes because they're having to scrub like you know, the top, you know, assassin in the CIA's doo-doo shit off the walls because no one in DC knows how to like poop or pee like a normal human being. BWI, the restrooms are so clean. They just put the janitors up like as decoration. They're just sitting there like this. They're like, it's nice. Ugh. Cannot talk up the bathrooms in BWI enough. Expect delays on stall 2. They had Taco Bell. I am happy they are not timing you because I'm a lazy pooper. I mean, I will get the business done quickly and then I will be like, well, while I'm in here, I could just chill for 30, 40 minutes. I'm a lazy ass pooper. It's my me time. This is insane. Sorry. Maybe for you. Maybe you don't understand. That's why you have the Game Boy in the bathroom. Correct. I don't get how people don't leave the bathroom immediately. It's easy. I got IBS. You got it easy, man. Don't wish it on my worst enemy, man. My brother developed it after like a decade of just ignoring every sign, and it's just like it just ruins your life. Yeah. Ugh. I have that thing where if I'm on a trip, my body will not let me poop for like 5 days, then it becomes an event. Exactly. I have the same thing. Enter the bathroom, one stall. All you hear is yippee, bing, bing, wahoo. You enter the bathroom, one stall. You're like waiting. You're like, how long could they really be in there? And you hear, wow. Joseph, we had this conversation in the hotel room. Do you fold or scrunch or stand or sit to wipe? As a child, I stood. I sit to wipe now. I do fold. Why would you ever scrunch? So imprecise. The one thing I do that's weird when it comes to wiping my ass is I go back to front, and then I go front to back at the end to ensure that I get everything. Noted. Yeah, noted. Jillian gets mad because if you got a pussy, you can't go back to front. That's how you get evil diseases. The correct answer is bidet. Okay, that's a different conversation. There's not a bidet in my hotel room in Vegas. I just kind of wipe straight on. CJ, what does that mean? What do you mean you wipe straight? I bet Danny has a bidet in Japan. Why are you staying in a bidetless hotel? It was in Vegas. There's a water shortage. Are you a sit pisser? I'm not. Peeps is. I sit down when I pee. There's really nothing scary about me. I'm just taking a whiz. Mind your own biz. Why's always everybody always staring at me? Hey, bro, I gotta go. Let me through, I gotta go, number 2. No can do, I'm taking a wee. Sitting on the loo, having a nice long pee. Are you sitting down? I'm sitting down. You making brown? I'm not making brown. You making iced tea? Just lemonade. But you're sitting down? I'm sitting down. Doom, 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 doom. Great reference, Joseph. Everyone's gonna get that one. Ugh. I don't know how this ended up happening, but I end up knowing all of the like 2010 Tim and Eric sketches because for some reason it was insanely popular in my high school. Like the one that went really big was the one where it's the dad dancing. The doo-da-doo-doo. We did that all the time. That's nice. Now think about your dad. We did that all the time. Why did we do that? Oh, well. You actually went to Reddit High? Did you like Tim and Eric? I could never get into it. I was like 50-50. There were some sketches I liked. A lot of them I was like stupid. The sex robot. Sex robot is actually whitest kids you know. Sex robot is actually whitest kids you know. Sex robot. Sex robot. Do you want to have sex? No. When he goes, what does he want? What does he want? He wants sex. Well, that is just not going to happen. Rip Trevor, they got him. What do you mean they got him? They did get him, though. They really did get him. Did you watch Weapons? I did. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Ted TV series is so fucking funny, man. I've seen people glazing it all week. I maybe will have to watch it. The clips I've seen are like, oh, this does look funny. I hate to say it, but it's so good. Wow. I knew that you would fall for Family Guy funny moments, Rebecca. I knew you would. It's constantly. Oh, man. I saw they got Brendan Lee Mulligan in to do like epic soy D&D shit. I was like, uh-oh. Kind of up my alley here. Have you been watching The Amazing Digital Circus? Never got into it hard, like, but I heard that the most recent one was like a big deal, and the next one is the last one. I hope people have fun with it. They got Mueller. Dude, how is Mueller, She Wrote doing, by the way? Let me look it up right now. I'm going to go on Blue Sky. Hope you had fun in Worlds this weekend. I did. We'll talk about Worlds. Don't worry. We will talk about Worlds. Still nothing from Farfa. Okay, I'm looking it up. I sent Farfa a DM at 7:49. That was 30 minutes ago. He was on Twitter replying to people 30 minutes before that. God. Jillian said more like Barfa. Like Farfuck. Mm-hmm. Hey, Joseph, funny follow-up to the alt format tier list, but the new common charity LDs have hit it like a nuclear bomb. Oh, you guys didn't have IPSP. Oh, that's the end of the world. Oh, and now every deck can just play Mitsurugi. Oh, yeah. Wow. All right, time to get Freax ready. Man, my Freax might not be great. I will tell you this. I was of course doing Worlds for most of the weekend, so I didn't have as much opportunity to collect Freax. So if I'm missing stuff, you all got to tell me. Thank you for the sub. Okay. And they're spread out across 2 different Twitter accounts. Look at this. Shady Penguin says, Worlds was incredible, but I'm so blessed to be back to my world. First off, who took this picture? Oh, the wife, right. Second off, every single person in this picture is on a Switch. Every single person in this picture is on a Switch. That's crazy. You got Switch 2 money 4 times? Probably. Nintendo maxing. Here's what it's going to be. When I start taking these pictures, it's going to be like I'm writing a list of racial slurs on an iPad, and Vriska is like reading State and Revolution. that'll be the Joseph version. Give Vriska Ulysses? No, I don't want her turning into Siberian. All right, what do we have? Epstein class is Iranian propaganda. Polymarket bar in D.C. The Pope's AI advisor told him they should kill Peter Thiel. No games. The goal has become to undo the war. Friday's press gaggle. Iran's power plant strike. Oh my god. My son Saxon. Jester gooning in the NBA. Oh my god, it doesn't let you be on 2 accounts at once on Twitter. Okay, here we go. BB No Money, Family Guy. 26 hair ties. The universe is not self-existence. Nasty as cheeseburger. Miley Cyrus. Biggest nacho cheese. How many of Afro Man can we do? Yeah, I think we probably have to do like 100 Afro Man ones. They hit they hit the Rizzler. Afro Man banger. Afro Man tremendous pain. Afro Man, I fucked your wife. Jury finds for Afro Man. Okay. Zog pass. They can't stop the joyous, whimsical robot. Nick Fuentes, I have to become a liberal. Yes. Cash Patel's customized Nikes. Unified Ireland. The giraffe's big ol' liquor. Dueling is legal. Miley Cyrus fakes it till she makes it. Panini Press. Chinese uncle. This one is okay, that one I probably can't share with the audience. Untimed rounds in top 16. Jeremiah D. Johns getting raked over the coals. Whose idea was it to put ice in the airports? Pete Hegseth did war with Iran. Okay. Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan. She killed a kid. No. It was a pretty common Iranian diaspora opinion. And Fruit Love Island. Okay, I got it. Y'all ready for this? Do 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 do. Did you get Graggle Bolsonaro doing blackface? You know, I do have it on here, and I made the decision. I'm like, I think we probably won't do that one. Because I agree with her. Graggle Bolsonaro. Hello, open. There we go. Oh, my wife and my daughter want to kiss before I go. I repeat, as an Iranian American, I can unequivocally say the diaspora is stupid. Well, very true for most of them. You know what I'm not doing this week, by the way? The Asian diaspora dates a white boy thing. But before we are not gonna. You know what? Actually, I will do that. No, I won't do that. Actually, I will do that. Here's okay. I won't do that, but here's what I'll say. I think that us white people have been maligned long enough to any Asian women looking to write a book about dating a white man. I want you to understand something. We are not your fetish. We are not your little toy, your way to get back at your parents. We are not a writing exercise or an experience for you. We are real people with real quirked up opinions. And until you treat us as such, we will be withholding all of our forbidden ball knowledge. Good luck getting lectured about how to play Magic the Gathering now. Stop asking to touch our sunburn. Wow, and it gets all red? That's crazy. Yup.
Twitter Freax. Oh, why'd you go and say that? Twitter Freax. The website was a mistake, yeah. Twitter Freax.
Twitter Freax. If you're wondering why people are already up my ass this week, just understand that maybe you missed a little something by watching this on YouTube and not on twitch.tv/MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, first and foremost, we're going to begin with this. Jeffrey Epstein might be alive. All right, viral sensation Palm Beach Pete tells TMZ, I'm just a better looking version of Jeffrey. And though I did used to party with him.
I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm a regular guy. I'm retired. I lived in the city for a long time, worked in commercial real estate. I love to play tennis. I'm very social. I'm not going to change. This guy is dead, and he was a really bad person. And I can hold my head high. I didn't do anything. I just happen to have similar looks. I'm just a better looking version than Jeffrey. Back in the day, when I was living in the city, I went to a couple of parties, and Epstein was there.
Okay, so either this is Epstein or this is a clone. If you guys know anything about like Epstein's interest, you know that he was like doing the human cloning labs type thing. This is one of the clones. This guy was grown in a vat. He was advanced to maturity at a very young age, and then they let him out into the world so that if Jeffrey died, a device inside Jeffrey's neck would transmit all of his memories and beliefs into Palm Beach Pete.
At a party, and he was kind of creepy, just sitting on a couch, staying to himself, and he wasn't the magnitude that he is or was. So he wasn't a big deal. He was mysterious. People didn't know how he made it.
Why would you describe it? He's talking about a guy who's just like a wallflower. He's talking about a guy who's like doing nothing at a party, and then he goes, he was mysterious. Why would you say that? He had a certain je ne sais quoi. Was he just a loser at a party? No, I would say he was more like taking in the surroundings. In fact, Oh, man. Okay, next up. A Florida animal shelter saved a cat that was scheduled to be euthanized due to intestinal blockage. Midnight had eaten 26 hair ties, but survived and is now expected to make a full recovery. How do you get 23 hair ties down and go, nah, I think I got a couple more left in me? You know what? They were going to have to kill the cat. They were going to... Curiosity, man. I also like you can kind of see... You could do a little bit of what we in the business call inference based on this picture. We got a little environmental storytelling going on. You see over here? This, like, ring of crust. You see over here how some of them are discolored? This cat has been vomiting for hours. Like, we got to get him out. Did they take it from the mouth or the ass? Had to be the mouth. Had to be the mouth. So the limit is 25, and I'll do it again. All right, next up. Okay. I got this as an ad. I just really like this. The universe is not self-existent. The sovereignty of God is unlimited. It is the fundamental fact of all creation. The universe was not inevitable. The universe is not an accident. Neither is self-existent. The universe itself is a work of creation and therefore a holy subject in the will of the creator. The Urantia book. So I was like, well, any major religion would fucking hate this thing because this is, you know, minimum idolatry. But what is the Urantia book? So I had to go look that up. The Urantia book, sometimes called the Fifth Epochal Revelation, is a spiritual, philosophical, and religious book written sometime between 1924 and 1955. The text, which claims to have been composed by celestial beings, intends to present enlarged concepts and advanced truth. How it arrived in 1955 is unclear and a matter of debate. The book itself claims its basis is found in more than 1,000 human concepts representing the highest and most advanced planetary knowledge. Honestly, I believe it. I think that this book was written by aliens and describes the universe and is reaching out to me through the strength and power of Twitter.com. What's that white man doing on them clouds? My friend, don't get sidetracked from the message. That's true. Okay, next up. Okay, this one kind of fucked me up. A homeless Atlanta man's restaurant, Nasty As Cheeseburger, has been removed from DoorDash after countless users reported it over food safety concerns. Now, listen. I know what you're thinking. That picture looks pretty good. The picture is AI. Let's see what the Nasty As Cheeseburger kitchen looks like.
I have so many questions.
Now we just need to
Okay, that's the entire establishment you're looking at right now. But don't worry, we get a closer look.
I gotta ask now.
I'm about to go ask him what those are. Cheeseburgers? You really selling something? This is real? We wasn't sure.
Going to DoorDash, Nancy has cheeseburger watch that.
I love it.
He said DoorDash.
How cool. I'm thinking, y'all, we over there betting. Like, is it real?
Okay, there's no way the grill needs to be at a 15-degree angle.
Is it fake? Is it real?
I love it. Listen, if you all are well-versed in kind of the cadence of getting crazy people to explain things to you, this is one of my favorite things to do is get like people who are out of their fucking mind to explain things to me. That's what you go, oh, I love it. Please keep talking about it. She's like, I want to hear more.
I'm fixing this up today, and I'm putting a mascot. I want to put a burger mascot, Vinny the Burger. You know how McDonald's had the mascot?
Yeah.
So I'm coming with characters, and
He's describing the mascot for Nasty As Burger.
Put this, I'm gonna fix it up. I'm gonna change the lights up a little bit on it.
And what's your what's the page called so I can go back and look?
Well, it's DoorDash Nasty As Cheeseburger. You see the whole menu with all the burgers. The
Y'all hear
veggie
that,
burger
y'all?
is called the Dream Burger. Put a little more
Y'all better
information
stop
on it. It's
eating
one
people's
plate.
shit.
And then the newest one is the Bacon House double stack. I put like 10 strips of bacon on that bitch. It's pretty good. Special sauce. Sauce is my sauce.
I'm not eating this special sauce from here. I apologize.
Right now.
You did.
Right now. What's your name?
King Leonard.
King Leonard.
King Leonard.
King Leonard.
Y'all see this?
Well, unfortunately, it has been shut down. The DoorDash food provider under the same name is active on the app currently. Photos of the food are stock images. They're AI. They've been aware of this week of the video posted to TikTok. The platform determined Nasty Ass Burgers is in violation of their policies and removed it from the platform. All right. I hate to be like this. You ordered food from Nasty Ass Cheeseburger, and you were like, oh, the food is too nasty. What the fuck is your problem? God forbid a man poison a local population with his restaurant that is a shopping cart. All right? God forbid. If you order from Nasty Ass Cheeseburger and you get a Nasty Ass Cheeseburger, what are you expecting? Also, by the way, 3.8 stars. Let's go. They thought it was a new millennial food truck. That is like the name of a millennial food truck. A freaking Nasty Ass Cheeseburger. To make it easier to locate, my friend listed his house as a restaurant. 4 years later, got a 1-star review who ranted about it, then Google took it down. Fuck. He said it with the name, no false advertisement. Listen, fuck you. I would eat the Nasty Ass Cheeseburger once, and then I would probably not be able to eat anything ever again. All right, next up. Okay, this one whips ass. So there's a Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana anniversary special coming out this like in the next couple of days, or maybe it already came out. I'm not too plugged in on the Hannah Montana verse. Miley Cyrus, by the way, looks exactly the same. She's 20 years older. She looks exactly the same. I understand that if you're famous, you get access to the adrenochrome that causes you to never age. I get that. I understand that this person was probably a clone built to the same vat as Pacific Pete or whatever, right? But this is my absolute favorite post here. She goes, this Hannah Montana anniversary special didn't exist when she announced it. Says, I learned this terrible habit, but I actually think it was good advice from Dolly. She told me, if you want something to happen, just start promoting it before it exists. Then no one can say no. So I just started promoting a Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special that literally did not exist. And it worked. It was beast mode. Beast fucking mode, dude. What do you want me to say? Actual beast mode. Okay, look, here, hold up. I'm going to look up Hannah Montana. Okay, Hannah Montana. Okay, that's what... Here, hold up. Let me get... This is what Hannah Montana looked like 20 years ago, okay?
What Disney boy? Being Hannah, I love being my...
This is what Hannah Montana looks like now. She looks very close to the same. I'm sorry. I understand she's aged a little. That's how time works. But it's crazy that in 20 years, she seems to have aged about 5. Look at that! She looks great! She's like fucking 45!
Thank you so much for being here.
Miley was Hannah Montana? Oh, shit. Spoilers, I guess. Wow, all of you are insane. You don't know how 45-year-olds look. You're out of your mind. Next up. Brother, she's 33. Wait. Obviously. What the fuck? She's my age? Oh, man, I don't like this. All right, well, she does look like a 33-year-old, I'll say that. Okay, never mind. Well, no duh, I thought she looked fantastic. She's 10 years younger than I thought she was. I came in like a wrecking ball. Under 1.2 billion views. All right, next up. Folks. Biggest nacho cheese has died of old age. I cannot believe that biggest nacho cheese has died of old age. Who? Biggest nacho cheese. So let me give you a little background. In mewgenics, as you put radioactive material in your house and your cats go through the shimmer, they develop powerful mutations that they can pass on to their children. And after doing this a dozen times, you end up with cats that are just fucking monsters. This is the most monstrous cat I've ever seen. Biggest nacho cheese, I will never forget you. This is the head, by the way. These are the eyes right here, and that's the mouth. This is a tumor. That's a second tumor. We've got bird wings. We've got octopus legs. We've got like 15 different like head and mouth mutations. Biggest nacho cheese. Here's biggest nacho cheese having sex with another cat. Lewis wanted to get it on with biggest nacho cheese, but biggest nacho cheese wasn't into it. That's really lucky for Lewis. I'm going to be honest with you. That is really, really lucky for Lewis. I'm going to be honest. Lewis, I don't think you could handle that biggest nacho cheese ussy. I didn't realize it had glowing red eyes as well. Okay. Lewis a freak, for real. All right, next up. What the fuck? So, at the AEW Revolution event last week, AJ, Big Justice, and the Rizzler showed up. They did some fighting. They did some wrestling. And the Rizzler was attacked. Let me see if I can get video of it. I gotta find it. They just had the Rizzler on AEW. Here, I'll get it from this person. Okay, this is the video. So he does the Riz face. Look at this. Oh my God! Die! How dare you do that? I better see AJ or Big Justice show up to beat the fuck out of this guy.
That's with ease.
Oh my God! What? That motherfucker took 5 big booms. He just thump. That's AJ's music. Oh man. How Big Justice was moving. Sources tell me the Rizzler is stable. Please God. Oh my God. Fuck me. Rizzler down. Isn't the Rizzler like 9? He's like 9 years old. He doesn't know how to spell. All right, next up. Ugh. We got to talk about Afro Man. Okay. So this is going to be a bit of a long one. Those of you who are seasoned Freax enjoyers may remember the start of this saga about 2 years ago. So Afro Man is a rapper, mostly known for exactly one song, which is this one right here. The song is all these things that he was gonna do, but then he got high. Okay, so he's like, okay, I was gonna clean my room, I was gonna go to work, and then it ends. This is the end of the song.
He really is high, man.
Classic. We played a little Afro Man during Christmas. He has got some fantastic Christmas songs. You'll have to wait until next December to hear those. But he got really okay. We'll listen to a little bit one. This is Deck My Balls. One of the greats, one of the greats, one of the greatest of all time. Anyway, so 3 years ago, Afroman released this song, "Will You Help Me Repair My Door?" And this song is a true story. The background footage is security footage from the cameras inside his house. There's just no way this is getting on the YouTube version, by the way. We're getting mega DMCA'd. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. So what happened was the sheriff's office executed a warrant on his property for narcotics and kidnapping. And in so doing, basically bumbled around his house for a couple of hours, breaking as much as they could. And this one is so painful. He's got the fat officer taking a second look at a piece of lemon pound cake. Look at, he's eyeing the fuck out of it. Look at his head. He went, oh, oh. He comes back for it, baby. They got it in her. Oh, oh. Would you like a slice of lemon pound cake? Bum, 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 bum. Okay, now the rest of this. Okay. So the rest of the song is him naming the shit that they go through. Like, here he is, then afterwards he goes. Dun, 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 dun,
Let me
dun.
ask you something else.
Then they go to the net, they go to his CDs, they go.
Any kidnapping victims inside my CD?
He's making fun of them for all the shit they're like rifling through. So then this happens. He gets them on camera taking a bunch of cash from him. Like, he's just got a wads of cash. So this is $5,000 in cash that goes missing. And then he's like, you know, will you help me repair my door? They leave the property. He's not charged with anything. A few days later, he goes down and he goes, give me all the shit you took for evidence. She hands him, the woman behind the desk, $4,600. And he goes, well, you stole 5 bands. And she goes, well, it's a little short. And so he doesn't sue. He's like, it's $400, you know, I don't want any of that, but I do want them to face repercussions. So he starts making songs about every single person in this sheriff's office. Lemon Pound Cake is one of them. Lick 'em Low Lisa is one of them. You see Brian Newland is a flag. Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. You'll get to hear some of these, but some of them weren't on uploaded for a while. Sean Grooming Grooms, that one's crazy. Apparently someone at the sheriff's office had a sex charge before. And so, anyway, these were offline for a long period of time because they became the subject of litigation, which we are going to now. So Afro Man got sued by the Adams County Sheriff's Office for defamation for these songs. He was like, yeah, these songs defamed the officers. And so in the lead up to the court fight, Afro Man wrote a song about how he was going to, beat him in court.
To ya, Afro Man is gonna do ya. Afro Man is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet.
Okay, so he showed up to court in this outfit, by the way.
Brian Newland is a flag. William is a pedophile. If I'm telling folks the truth, how come I have to go to trial? Newland sexting kids, that's true. Now he's stealing my money too. My proof's on the internet.
Holy shit. All right, so this resulted in maybe the best trial of all time. This is my favorite part. This deputy claims Afro Man singing about sleeping with his wife has called him tremendous pain as grounds for defamation. So in the song about him, Walters, Afro Man says that's why I fucked his wife. And so, not to get too legal here, but there are specific criteria that are necessary to make a statement defamatory, right? Like if I say something like Farfa's white, that's not defamation. That's like obviously not true from the get. But anyway, so this is cross-ex of this guy. Ready?
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light?
It's called...
painting you in a false light is an element of a defamation claim.
Tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So
I like he's like, so it's painted you in a false light. He's like, I'm very mad about it. He's like, okay, so that is not the question I asked.
Does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, I understand that you have to not know for the purpose of the suit, but like, come on.
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know. I just
been with that woman since middle school.
He's like, he starts saying, he's like, no, we've been faithful to each other for a million years. And then he's like, wait, fuck, that destroys my case. So he walks it back a little. Ready?
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment, it's out there. And it's a problem.
So it's something we cannot verify the truth of?
Like he's like, but you know, once someone puts it out there, I mean, who knows?
Is it a thing that can be verified, true or false?
Ask your client.
Ask your client, buddy. You're on the stand. It's an element of the definition you have to fulfill. Ask your client. Holy shit. I know what you're thinking. Wow, this guy is really beat up about this. Are you ready to hear the song that he's objecting to? This is the song. And they got the footage, yep. So the problem here is that this is the best song ever. I have been like walking around the house. I've been like doing errands and like saying this on myself. Like, Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. Who is They had to play it for the jury. Didn't mention this at the end of the original song. He has to cut it because the sheriff's office finds and cuts the line to his security cameras. and okay, listen, to prove like how devastating this was, some of the people, they would play the song and the people would just sob on the stand, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you are not crying to this. This is not come on. Oh my god. So after an extremely short deliberation period, the jury found unanimously in favor of Afroman, is my understanding. They found that the statements weren't defamatory, that you are allowed to say stupid hyperbolic shit in rap songs about these people, that the claims about like, my understanding is the claims about like this one guy is a pedophile are like pretty substantive, you know? Oh man, it's good. It's fantastic. Shouts out to Afroman. Here's the actual moment.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed. So
let's go!
Concluded with defense verdicts.
I'm so happy.
Thank
I was
you,
so ready to be disappointed.
Thank you, Mr. Osborne.
Full not liable.
The Sheriff's Department for security in the building, and we'll go ahead and stand in adjournment. You're welcome.
He's fucking leaning back in the stupid ass chute. I do want to say I was prepared for it to be like he is liable for this. I mean, you know, is the sheriff's department in an Ohio court, you know, these something you may not know if you didn't grow up in the Midwest, and I don't know if people consider Ohio the Midwest, but there's a lot of towns in the Midwest that are kind of small that are just totally run by the police force, that like are stem to stern run by cops who can just do whatever they want. And I was like, you know, it is very possible that he gets fucked over by this, but I'm very happy he didn't. He came out of there and he started like leading a prayer circle immediately. He was like, first off, he came out looking like this.
That was just last week as we watched it.
And then he immediately led a prayer circle. He was like, all things are possible through Jesus, and fuck Ryan Walters. It was amazing, dude. It was really, really good. Oh my god. No, and of course the conclusion of this is now all of the songs that were at issue in this suit can now be released, including Lick 'em Low Lisa, Sean Grooming Grooms, Brian Newland is a flag. They call him gay in this one. They say flag because you can't say the other word. And my personal favorite, of course, which is Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. Run the stop sign, Wreck It Randy refers to a bunch of traffic violations he has where he was just running stop signs. UAI, listen, you gotta let this guy do it. He's hard up for money because they kept stealing all of his money. Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. This is a 6-minute song. Like, how could you possibly do this for 6 minutes? All right, okay. You ready to move on? After the feel-good story, here's a lot of feel-bad stories. Okay, so back to politics. Things are not going good in America. With the exception of the Afroman verdict, the rest of the government is functioning pretty poorly. The big thing going on right now, of course, is the continued Iran war. In and out, 20-minute conflict. Only good can happen. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the thing that matters most, passports. Now, passports are really important. As you know, they did Brexit because they didn't like the color of the passports. But we've got a fantastic one here. says, renewing my U.S. passport. The old design on the right is full of color and civic pride. The new one left is just transparently a sad little Zog pass. And here's the Deputy Secretary of State replying. Thanks for highlighting this. I share your concern. Oh, cool. Yeah, all right. You're right. It does look like a little Zog pass. There's no reason passports shouldn't have a little flair, and it pains me when things get affirmatively uglier and more generic. I'll look into this decision and see what I can do. Cool. I do like the response to this. I, too, hate it when my government representatives connect with me on a personal level and share my concerns and look into potential issues to see if they can impact decisions being made. Yeah, that's like, if I was brain dead, I would also describe this scenario like that. What's that tweet that I always think of? The conservative mind is just describing things in the most generic way possible in order to make it sound like they didn't do crime. Like conspiracy is, oh, I guess it's just illegal to speak with your friends now. Ugh, man. Good. Awesome. Ugh. All right, next up. Let's get some fun ones out of the way. A malfunctioning service robot dances uncontrollably at a Haidilao hot pot restaurant in San Jose, California, knocking over tableware as staff members attempt to restrain it. Sorry? God forbid a robot get a little motion? Look at this. Woo! He's going in. They've sped it up here, but he is going in. Damn! Dude, he's got moves! The staff came to control the robot, but no one knows how to turn it off. Oh, man. Good stuff. The revolution is starting. All right. While the national century of embarrassment commences and we just totally get mogged by every country and ideology in the world, I think it's important to check in on those responsible for the present moment, for, of course, the election of Donald Trump, but also for coining words like Zog Pass. How's a friend of the channel, Nick Fuentes, doing? Well, the answer is really good. Nick Fuentes, the week just started, and Nick is already getting terrible super chats.
Zafir Ancho sent $20.
Also
Hi,
from
Nick.
last week.
You are Iberian. Don't trust 23N. They were Jews. One of us. Flexed biceps emoji. You can be our next Franco.
Okay.
GE Narration Zealot sent $20. I'm broke. Archaic Hominin sent $20. Do you think we will ever have a totalitarian Catholic theocracy when America was built entirely from the Enlightenment?
Okay, guys. It's Monday. It's Monday. Like, can we please, please.
I gotta admit, I get a little bit of joy watching this guy exist in the hell of his own creation. This is the second week that this has been happening. It's obviously a very transparent ploy to get super chats, but man, we are going to see this guy Bud Dwyer himself by the end of this. Every day he gets on and realizes that the people who follow him, the people who have been attracted to his movement, are room temperature IQ at best, single digit at median. Look at this.
Please. Like, come on. It's Monday.
He opens up Monday and they're like, hey, did you know that you're actually ethnically Iberian? He's like, fuck me.
We're just getting started. Like, we can't start off like this. If this is Monday, like, I'm just gonna crash out. If that's our first super chat on a Monday, you know what? We had a good run here. Holy.
And Miami.
He is gonna kill himself, I think. And Miami Groipet sent $1,001. $1,001.
Groipet sent $1,001.
All right, that's a little better.
Oh, all right, that's a little. Thanks for the $1,001. That's a little better. Okay, that's a little better. Oh my God, holy moly! All I gotta say is, come on, Watsy, Nick Fuentes. We'll treat you very fairly. Next up. Okay, well, in case you needed more evidence that the people running the show right now are brain dead, a source sent me this photo of Kash Patel's customized Nikes. The shoes feature the number 9 because Patel is the 9th FBI director, a Punisher skull, and his personal logo $H. Dude. That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, I became FBI director so I could get some fucking epic sneaks. This is the SOG pass. This is the soy-occupied government pass. You have to show off your footwear. Holy shit, dude. I didn't know he was a freaking sneakerhead. What in the hell are you? I'm a bit of a beat rat. Why didn't they give this job to Bongino? They thought he was overqualified. Oh, man. Okay. A couple of bangers out of Trump this week. I mean, I will not lie. When the man is hitting, I did the exact same thing twice. When the man is hitting, he's hitting. This is a hit. This is he's talking to the Prime Minister of Northern Ireland.
Steve, great job. Deputy First Minister of Northern Ireland, and they get along so well. I saw that. You get along very well together. That's the way it's supposed to be, huh? I don't know if I should be promoting merger. I love mergers, but I didn't know. We're going to get in a little trouble. We're going to get in more trouble with that than the beauty.
Up the rebels? Hold up. Wait a minute. President Trump, for a unified Ireland? Hello? What? I love mergers. Let's just merge the islands back together. We may get in some troubles, if you know what I'm saying.
But Emma, Little, Pengali, thank you very much, Emma. Thank you very much.
Oh, man. Yeah, the fucked up part is that he's funny, man. He's fun. He'd do. I say this all the time. If Trump had been born 10 years later, he would have the #1 podcast in the history of time. But unfortunately, he was born when he is, so now he has to preside over the end of America. Why is the writings good? If you thought that was the stupidest thing Trump was going to say to a world leader this week, though, we got one better. This one's fucking awesome. Trump and Japanese PM speak to reporters. All right. So the question is, why didn't you tell U.S. allies about the war in Iran before the attack? Ready? Here we go.
Of course, no, Japan and U.S. are very good friends. But one question, why didn't you tell U.S. allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard.
Okay, yeah, you don't want to signal to your allies. You don't want it to get leaked. You know, it's a covert operation. You know, I understand that. So that's the answer, right? We're just going to stop there. That's the answer.
And we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay?
What do you even say to that? And you can see him wind it up too. He's like so bored by this question, and then he gets it in his head. He's like, wait, this is gonna fucking kill. He goes, yeah, we didn't say, but who knows more about
surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? You know, he's asking me, no, you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us. And
and then he does crowd work. He's like, this guy's asking me. He said, surprise. Well,
we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that,
I can't believe she's maintaining her composure, by the way.
We knocked out 50% of what we. And
oh my God, crazy ass shit. Of course, we did maintain the element of surprise in the war in Iran, and that's why it's over. The war in Iran is over, or is it? I guess we should go probably to a blue sky one right here. When asked about the war in Iran this week, here's the position we're at. Ready? Friday's press gaggle, barely exaggerated. At 12:03, President Trump told reporters he wanted a ceasefire with Iran. At 12:05, he declared victory. At 12:07, he announced he was sending Marines. At 12:08, he said there would be no boots on the ground. At 12:11, he said he did not want a ceasefire. At 12:16, he declared victory again. At 12:17, he asked for a ceasefire. At 12:23, he told NATO they were cowards. At 12:29, he said Iran was begging for a ceasefire. At 12:31, he said everything was perfect. At 12:36, he said $500 oil was a good thing. At 12:37, he demanded Iran open Hormuz. At 12:39, he said Hormuz was never closed. At 12:41, he said The U.S. was not at war with Iran, and at 12:42, he declared victory in Iran. Yeah, man, so that's where we are. Listen, I just cannot believe that Baudrillard is not alive for this. I feel so fucking bad for the guy. He had to write all that shit about the Gulf War. This one would have just been perfect for him. He would be heralded as the next Socrates. My fucking God. What do you mean? This is unbelievable, man. And I mean, if you ask me to tell you what the status of the Iranian war is, I can't really do that, because I think the answer is it's ongoing. But what are the victory conditions? What's the plan? Like, what what are we trying to extract from them? How are we going to open the strait? No one knows. There's no answer to any of that. We're just doing this shit. We're getting in front of the camera. We're like, we won. We didn't win. I'm not putting people there. But after we put a bunch of people there, they'll surrender, and I will accept their surrender, which they want very badly right now, and I will not take. Fuck NATO. It's good. It's going well. It's things are going really good. Okay, brief reprieve before we get back into the Iran war. Let's look at the giraffes in the Bronx Zoo. Our giraffes utilize specialized puzzle feeders as part of our comprehensive enrichment program. These devices are designed to stimulate their natural foraging behaviors, requiring the animals to employ their long, prehensile tongues to investigate and retrieve food items. Let's watch this together. Here's the giraffe. He's coming for us. Giraffes are such majestic creatures. And there's the feeder. You can see that it's facing away from him, so he's got to stick the tongue in and get the carrots and the celery. And look at that. Holy shit. He's got a liquor on him. Gets in that hole. Gets a carrot. Whoa, that's like an arm. Oh, man. Delicious. Delicious carrot. Oh, get back. You're knocking it around. That's a sweet potato. Gotta get the sweet potato. Yes. Delicious. Adorable. All right, next up. Okay, so we're gonna real quick walk through Mark Wayne Mulligan. Do you guys know this guy? So, one strange thing about Trump 2 is that in Trump 1, there was like consistent, constant turnover of everybody all the time. And in Trump 2, even way past to the point where people should have been fired, they are not getting fired. But finally, Kristi Noem, the head of ICE or Homeland Security or whatever, got fired and is being replaced with this guy, Mark Wayne Mullen. Now, this guy is an interesting person because he has history with one of the senators voting for his confirmation. Do you guys remember like 7 years ago when Rand Paul's neighbor kicked him so hard in the chest it broke his ribs? Yes? Okay. So this happened, and it turns out Mark Wayne Mullen knows the guy and was like, he said something along the lines of, I mean, I see why he did it. And then Rand Paul asked for an apology, and he was like, no. So during the confirmation hearing, which passed, by the way, this guy now is in charge of Homeland Security, he and Rand Paul got into a fucking shit fit, and he said some really cool stuff.
After the fight, you did many interviews in which you justified the violence as historically justified by precedents, such as caning and dueling. Is it today your opinion that the caning of Charles Sumner was not only justified, but argues still for resolving our political differences with violence?
What I was simply pointing out is some of the rules that still apply to this body. For instance, dueling with 2 consenting adults is still there.
No, it's not. What?
I was pointing out what is
It's been
still
illegal for
acceptable.
170 years. There's no precedent for legal dueling.
He's like, you can still duel. He's like, no, you can't. Have you been dueling?
Even then, they fled the country. Do you realize that the man that beat Charles Sumner with a cane, he beat him till he was unconscious? You know why no senators intervened? Because his friend held a gun on the other senators, and he kept beating him until he crushed his skull. That's what you're insinuating as the president of the Senate, and that's what you live by. That is a very, very dangerous sentiment.
Anyway, this guy's now in charge of Homeland Security, so look forward to that. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So things are rapidly deteriorating with respect to the Iran war. We are back, and we need a scapegoat, and we have found one. It's Pete.
And then, unfortunately, I called Pete, I called General Kane.
First off, you know it's going to be good when he starts. Unfortunately, I called Pete.
And I called a lot of our great people. We have great people, and I said, let's talk. We got a problem in the Middle East. We have a country known as Iran that for 47 years has been just a purveyor of terror, and they're very close to having a nuclear weapon. We can keep going and get that 50,000 up to 55 and 60 is no end. Or we can take a stop and make a little journey into the Middle East and eliminate a big problem. And
we can take a stop into the Middle East.
Pete, I think you were the first one to speak up. And
Pete, you said first. You said we have to do it. You said we have to do it, Pete. You said it.
Weapon.
You said it.
So we are now having really good discussions. They started last night, a little bit the night before that. And then, unfortunately, I called Pete, I called General Kane, I called...
Good. Awesome. Well, hey, if it gets him out, I'm in. Honestly, if it gets him out, I am fucking in. Oh man, I don't know. It's bleak stuff. I hope Sony condemns the White House for using PS5 imagery to promote its administration. That's funny. But we should talk about why it is going really, really bad all of a sudden. So 3 days ago, for the past week, Iran has been closing the Strait of Hormuz. And we talked about this last time. Strait of Hormuz, incredibly important shipping lane, responsible for something like 20% of all goods moved throughout the world, right? Most importantly, a shitload of oil, which is a lot of the reason why gas prices have been reacting the way they have. It's like $1,000 a gallon now, right? My ass is going to start cycling again. One of the end of the world scenarios was if Iran starts putting sea mines in the Strait of Hormuz, which they claim they have started to do. This is disastrous for us, and we have basically no mechanism to stop it from happening. So Trump, 3 days ago, makes a Truth Social in which he says, I will give the Iranian regime 48 hours to remove their mines or stop at the Strait of Hormuz. And after that, we're going to fucking annihilate them. Let's see if I can pull up the exact tweet. Here it is. If Iran doesn't fully open without threat the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours from this exact point in time, the United States of America will hit and obliterate their various power plants, starting with the biggest one first, which, I mean, I'm not a law of armed conflict scholar, but you should probably have to do a lot of analysis as to whether you're allowed to do that. Thanks for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. All right. It's been 48 hours since then, and the strait is not open. In retaliation to this tweet, the markets responded with an embarrassing downturn after trading hours. As it became clear there was just going to be economic collapse on Monday, late last night he said, actually, we've been having some very productive talks, so I will extend this offer for 5 additional days. So we've gone from 48 hours to 7 days total. And guess what? I think it might be extended an additional time. At this point, we are now trying to figure out what exactly we are doing in Iran, because we don't really have goals. They keep saying we're going to stay till all our goals are met, but we don't know what the goals are. It says the main goal of the Iran war is now securing the Strait of Hormuz for energy shipments. which is only blocked because we did the war. We are now trying to win the war by leaving the war we started. This goal was accomplished 2 weeks ago. Holy shit, man. Oh my god, dude. Well, whatever. What are we gonna do about it, you know? This is just gonna happen to us. Oh boy. Let's have some feel good news from Blue Sky. Peter Thiel has been doing a speaking tour about the Antichrist. It's just kind of strange. It would be like me doing a speaking tour about the dangers of quirked up bisexual white boys. This is a fun one. When Peter Thiel took his Antichrist lecture series from San Francisco to Rome last week, he expected to ruffle a few Vatican feathers, but what he did not anticipate was the Pope's AI advisor asking whether Peter Thiel should be burned at the stake. Listen, God forbid, I will say, I don't always agree with Catholics, but Thiel's entire body of work, here, hold up, let's hit the show more and go, can be interpreted as a sustained act of heresy against the liberal consensus, a challenge to the very foundations of civil coexistence, which he now considers outdated. Oh, interesting. Oh, man. Well, we'll find out next week, huh? Can the Pope legally have him detained and burned in Vatican City? No. Don't worry, though. We have figured out a way to spin this Iran thing for good. We are entering another Middle Eastern quagmire, but it could help us forget about the last quagmire we were a part of, which is that everyone in government is a decrepit pedophile. To erode public support for the joint U.S. military operation with Israel, Iranian state media has sought to portray those countries' leaders as part of a corrupt and depraved Epstein class. While such content often fails to gain much traction outside Iran, I've seen it, the message is spreading through generically named news accounts that researchers say appear to be using Epstein conspiracy theories to serve pro-Iran talking points to a global audience. There's a lot of Epstein-related content being pushed out to draw eyeballs. You come for the Epstein content, and you stay for the propaganda. Well, I mean, all the people who were in power came for the Epstein content. They stayed for something else, you know? Oh, no. For Epstein! It's good. It's good. Good stuff. Let's do a little bit of feel good before we get to the next stupid fucking thing that we have to talk about. Get a load of this panini press in the kitchen at the gas station where I work. It's never been cleaned and stays on 24/7. Ooh. Seasoned? No. So I will say, it is kind of like cast iron, right? But I think you are supposed to scrape that amount of carbon off it. That's like, it's like a perpetual stew, but for paninis. Yeah, kinda. No, I don't think so. Oh boy. Gross. Next up. My Chinese uncle has been reverse brainwashed by anti-China content on YouTube after discovering VPNs. So now at dinner he says stuff like, "Why are we eating liver? It's uncivilized. We should be eating hamburgers like Americans." I gotta agree. 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 Oh man. Hey, are hamburgers more civilized than liver? I think probably not. I had liver. It was pretty gross. Liver can be quite good. All right, we got to talk about ICE and airports. So last Friday, Trump tweeted that on Monday he was going to start directing ICE to assist TSA with airport maintenance. This is because the TSA's continued funding is currently in jeopardy because of a budget crisis that is ongoing. All I have to say is, oh God, please no, don't remove the TSA agents from the airports. I flew out from Alestral's Worlds on Monday, and I can tell you the ICE agents and TSA agents was like the least qualified government agents in history versus the least qualified government agents of today. I did this bit in the preamble too, but I wanted to put it in Freax. But don't worry, this incredibly unpopular thing is being credited to Trump, who has probably the best response I've ever seen in the history of time. Whose idea was it to put ICE in airports, okay?
Whose idea was that to put ICE in the airport?
We're dealing really...
Whose idea was it?
Mine. That was mine.
And can I ask you, you said
That was
there-
like the paperclip. You know
What do you mean that was like the paperclip?
the story of the paperclip? 182 years ago, a man discovered the paperclip.
What the fuck are we talking about?
You know the story of the paperclip? 182 years ago, a man discovered the paperclip. It was so simple. And everybody that looked at it say, why didn't I think of that? ICE was my idea.
I get he's trying to be like, it's so simple, why did no one think of it before? But it also is funny for him to just be like, whose idea was ICE? Mine. Do you know the story of the paperclip? Just like immediately. Oh my God. Jesse Presmath, thank you for the raid. We ain't playing Yu-Gi-Oh yet. We're still talking about the news. He's off by about 50 years too. That's good. That's great. It's probably he watched like one of those Now This factoids while in an elevator or something. Holy shit. Okay. Second to last thing we're going to do, then we're going to end on a bunch of feel-good stuff. Cuba! If you were here last week, you saw that they've decided they're going to start building consent for a Cuban invasion, right? And they've figured out the mechanism by which they're going to do it, and that is Cuba is a third world country. Now, unfortunately, this line doesn't really work because anyone who's alive knows why Cuba is constantly experiencing like famine crises. It's because some country, could be anyone, has had an embargo on them for the last 50 years, right? So here's the really rough one from today. It's I just pulled this. I don't know anything about this news organization, but the Cuba's hospitals have been without power recently. There's no medicine. There's no power. Cuba has some of the most qualified doctors in the world, but there's not much you can do when the fucking lights are out. Let me see if I can find the really hard tweet that I saw. Yeah, here it is. This is the original post has been taken down, but here's a repost of it. This Cuban hospital lost power, and someone who worked there said every single person who was on a ventilator, those 19 people, just died. There was nothing you can do. And it just went off. They died. And it is unquestionably a result of the U.S. embargo, right? So as it becomes clear that the issues with Cuba are in so many ways manufactured by consistent American policy that could be changed at any time, it's important that we beat that back and remind everyone that actually they're just too fucking different from us. They're too fucking different from us. They're probably just bad with electricity. They probably spent too much electricity on their fucking Switch 2s and not enough on their ventilators. All right, so in the weeks following, a bunch of content creators, including Hassan Piker, which I regret to inform you we are going to have to talk about, have been going to Cuba with aid. You are only permitted a minimal amount of aid to bring with you to Cuba, so a bunch of people have been doing it. This is from Boy Boy, who is part of the I Did a Thing extended universe, who got on a boat and went there with solar panels. This was really strange to me. But a lot of people have been doing this, right? That said, have you thought about actually maybe they're doing the wrong thing? Maybe they shouldn't be doing this. Maybe this whole thing is super performative. Here's Nathan J. Robinson says, blackout here in Cuba is eerie and disturbing. Whole streets with zero light, every window dark. Then you see shapes moving in the darkness and realize people are still trying to live their lives. Cannot believe how cruel this U.S. policy is. We could stop this. Hassan went, okay? So Hassan also went to Cuba, donated money, time, aid, etc. But the thing about when Hassan does something is there's a whole class of people who make $1 trillion uploading YouTube videos called Hassan is 11,000% over now. And, you know, they have to figure out a mechanism by which this is fucked up. So first up, we have brain genius Jeremiah Johnson. Now, you may remember this guy because this is the person who curates every year the worst tweets on the platform. And if you recall, when we did this last year, we were kind of weirded out that there was a section dedicated to like over woke tweets, for which there are some really funny ones. But instead of picking the good ones, he kept falling for jokes or posting ones that were like, you should treat Palestinians like humans. That's because this guy fucking sucks. So here we have the quote tweet. It says, Cuba has immense potential, says Hassan Abi. The U.S. government has sought to starve and destroy that potential, conducted interviews with doctors and neuroscientists responsible for the only Alzheimer's treatment. Palestinian and Cuban medical school, the vice foreign minister, we've been lied to. The quote tweet. The Cuban dictatorial regime is far more responsible for the impoverishment of the Cuban people than America is. I mean... This is now the new line is, why are you blaming America for the dilapidation of Cuba? You should instead be blaming the leaders in Cuba, which is like, why are you chewing gum? You could be walking at the same time. The response here, yeah, but also embargoing oil and causing a power grid failure does seem kind of shitty and cruel. This person goes, I don't think the U.S. should embargo their oil. But it's ridiculous for tankies like Hassan to go sing the praises of a violent totalitarian regime and act like they're just small beans who never hurt nobody. Cuba is poor because it's controlled by murderous communist thugs. Just like, oh, I can't imagine buying that. But also, like, surely there's a difference between the Cuban people and the Cuban leadership. Like, if what you're doing is hurting the Cuban people, surely you can separate that from a critique of the leadership of the country. Think about maybe another country that has a leadership that the entire group of people that they govern hate, almost a supermajority of them. One that's exceptionally warlike and full of murderous thugs that are also molesting children. You know, who knows? And I think this is... You know, I disagree with this Mr. Bender person on a fundamental level because I do think the primary problem with the Cuban economy is the American enforced embargo. But this is a good counter argument, which is that's actually a stronger reason not to do the embargo, because then if there is failure in Cuba, you can blame it on the government instead of the American embargo. Of course, this presumes that the purpose of the embargo is to do anything other than cause Cuba to fail as a nation because we don't like them. We've got another genius level take here. Hassan went to Cuba to give them money, but he wore a $690 button-down shirt, which could feed a family of 4 in Cuba for about a year. All the comments underneath it are criticizing him for not bringing enough money. He brought the maximum allowable, but because of the embargo, you're not permitted to bring over a certain amount. I mean, if $690 can feed a family of 4, even if it's a little amount of money, apparently it's great. I'm sorry. Well, what am I going to do? I understand. Don't worry. Hassan also broke U.S. law. The U.S. Department of State maintains a Cuba prohibited accommodations list, which bans American travelers from staying at or paying for over 400 government-owned hotels, guest houses, and resorts. This is actually a really interesting one, and I'm happy to see him hit back on this. He stayed at a hotel specifically because it was on the restricted list. Like, U.S. citizens that go to Cuba have to stay at one of a very small number of hotels. He stayed at one of those hotels, and now people are criticizing him for staying at such a nice hotel. It's like, no, legally he had to. It is really insane just what you are not allowed to do with respect to Cuba because of the embargo. When it comes to this, I think as much as it matters, it's important to recognize that none of the stuff that is being spoken about with relation to Cuba is a justification for an invasion, which is what it seems like we're gearing up for. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or move the needle just because the government is now operating without consent of the people. No one wanted to go into Iran and we fucking did it anyway, so who fucking knows if it matters or not. But as they ramp up for a Cuban extended military conflict, remember, the state of Cuba has a lot to do with the embargo that has been placed on them by America that could be reversed tomorrow. And if you're afraid of ending up on the wrong side of this, don't worry. Everyone was saying that we needed to invade Iran in order to save its people, but what the heck? I feel bad for the Iranians who trusted the U.S. not to fuck this up spectacularly. This person replies, all 6 of them. It was a pretty common Iranian diaspora opinion a few weeks ago that this would turn out well, unless that was all a psyop. What? Wait a minute. Hold up. It couldn't have all been a psyop, could it? Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. You don't think they would amplify the voices of the people that supported the Iranian war? That just seems unlikely. I saw a quote tweet to this that was just unbeatable, which is, of course, Contra points. I mean, what are you gonna say? All right, okay. Let's get off politics. I mean, what else can we possibly say about this shit anyway? We'll close on the Juniper tweet. The thing that defines, this is the same fucking dildo, that defines Hassan, Code Pink, by the way, fucking taking issue with Code Pink, the most nothing org, not saying their outreach and what they do is nothing. They do good work, but it's crazy to characterize them as these like off the wall terrorists. They're totally normal. Code Pink and most of the DSA Extended Universe convoy members is not complicated. It's America bad. Look, sometimes America is bad, but that's quite literally the only lens they're capable of seeing the world, though. It's why the DSA cozied up to Maduro. It's why Hassan thinks Houthi terrorists are so cool and said America deserved 9/11. If something is against America, it's good. End of story. They don't have an ideology beyond that. Never mind that like everyone in here is very specifically elucidating like a through line in terms of what they believe. But the response here, I don't know how you can have this take now that we're in the 4th week of the Iranian war of aggression for America. Are you blind? Juniper, good luck. Good luck getting through to these people. All right, let's get off war. Sam Black is a Magic the Gathering player. He plays a number of formats, probably every format in the world. But one that he takes seriously that very few other professionals do is competitive EDH. I just want to read this line to you, and I want to tell you my incredible take on this, which I think some of you will disagree with. It says, Sam Black, designed a deck to maximize my chances of winning untimed rounds in top 16. This refers to a CEDH tournament he was playing. Unfortunately, the top 16 wasn't untimed. It was 3 hours, and the highest remaining seed wins of the 4. I reached an unassailable position, but ran out of time, too focused on my game rather than the tournament. I made a deal with player 2 that I wouldn't win before my next turn. I should have offered to renegotiate, as the outcome of a gamble would adjust our deal in such a way that would allow one of the other to win instead of seed 1. I'm aware this sounds toxic. It is. Half the top 16 games went to time, and then talks about a specific card called Ristic Study. It is very funny to me that Magic the Gathering has completely restructured their tournaments, or not their tournaments, their card releases to prioritize Commander, the for fun with your friends format, as their primary way to engage with a product, only to then have to deal with the fact that awe of awes, some Magic the Gathering players want to win a game of Magic the Gathering. So many people are so down on this tweet because they're like, CEDH is stupid. CEDH, fucking take it up with Wizards. Argue with the Rain. Big fucking surprise. They prioritized a specific way of playing the game, and some people are optimizing for it. The outcome is as funny as it could possibly be. The existence of a format where you go and you're like, fuck, 3 hours. Can we please play at pace? It's so amazing. Let me see if I can find the specific Sam Black reply where he posts his list, because the list is so fucking awesome as a thought experiment. Unfortunately, he posts and posts and posts. Here it is, yeah. So again, my understanding of Magic the Gathering is a lot different than it was back in the day because I don't play it as frequently, but I think I can give a little bit of insight into what's going on here. So the commander at issue is Ishtai Ojutai Dragon Speaker, which gets you into a white-blue, and then Rograch, Son of Rograch, which is a 0-cost commander with a color identity of red. This allows you to play your commander immediately without having to spend mana, which turns on a bunch of really incredible mana rocks like Springleaf Drum. There's one that's specific to commanders in here somewhere. You can also play Paradise Mantle because you can equip it to the Rograch. And then you load the fuck up on free instance. There's a significant amount of counterspells that are like if you control your commander, you don't have to pay for this shit. There's, of course, the forces. There's the packs. You may sacrifice a non-token red creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Well, here's one right here. And then all of you negotiate a chain the entire time. Like by turn 2, you are spending 30 minutes negotiating like a 40 stack chain because everyone has brought a deck full of free counter spells. Like, I'm sorry. Obviously, that as a play pattern, that fucking sucks. I would never want to do that. As a thought experiment, that is damn interesting. Ooh, that's interesting as hell, man. Ooh, I mean, I would never play a game of this, but I want to think about it for sure. This is all the result of this card, Rhystic Study, classic Magic the Gathering card. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, you may draw a card unless that player pays 1. In a game of Commander, this immediately takes over the game, totally changes the outcome. It really is Max C for Commander. And this deck, outside of the 50 fucking free counter spells, is playing a bunch of clone effects that are specifically designed to make more copies of Rhystic Study so that you can draw more of your free counter spells. It's good. It's good. How is this deck $11,000? What do you want me to say? That's Magic, baby. Let me see if I can. It's been a while since I did Magic pricing. Let me see if I can guess. The 0 mana artifacts are going to do it. Chrome Mox, I bet, is a lot. Yeah, 200. LED, of course, is 1,000. Yeah, that's a lot of it right there. Mox is Diamond is 15. Boy, oh boy. Reprint Mox Diamond so we can all play pre-modern together. Amber at 50, Opal at 300. You must be joking. Man. Is Simeon Spirit Guide money? No, it's the same it's ever been. And of course the lands. Got duels in here. City of Brass, man. Beautiful. That is not how much City of Brass costs, by the way. That's how much this City of Brass costs. Man. Smothering Tithe, a card I did not think would be $60, by the way. This has a couple prints, right? Am I crazy? This card is on the Game Changers list. Yeah, it's got a shitload of prints. Well, some of these are just the same one over and over again. Masters sets, etc. Smothering Tithe is Rhystic too. Yeah. Oh, man. Just very funny. Just a very funny situation. You know what makes the deck funnier? Yeah, no, he talks about it in the thread, but he's playing Kaz. Let me hop on Kozilek real quick. Where is he? Because when Kozilek is put into a graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles their graveyard into their library. So then they can draw more of their free counterspells. I really would want to play CEDH once, I think. I would like to play one CEDH game with this. And in this thread, Sam Black is calling for the ban of Ristic Study. But everyone all day has been raking this guy over the coals for daring to want to win this event. For saying, I played a deck designed to win untimed games, then found out the games were capped at 3 hours. And they're like, you can't finish a game in 3 hours? He's like, I said untimed, didn't I? I said untimed. Oh, man. CDH is so stupid. EDH is supposed to be a fun format about not playing Magic the Gathering. Why are they trying to play Magic the Gathering? All right, we got to talk about the last evil thing that happened. We've talked about some terrible, awful outcomes of a United States government policy. But we must talk about Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan is going to face the death penalty if Twitter has what it wants. Let's begin at the beginning. So Chapel Roan this week. God, this was my 9/11. I would say this was like, okay, October 7th was what? 15 9/11s? This was like 30 or 31 9/11s. At least 40 or 50 9/11s. So I guess I should. No, I was like, we should start with her account. We should start with the non-her account. Brazilian footballer Jorginho, I don't know footballers' names, says Chapel Roan's security guard spoke to his wife and daughter in an extremely aggressive manner while staying at the same hotel as the singer. So here's what it is. This guy's kid loves Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan walks by their table. The kid got excited and walked past the table, smiled at her, and walks back. Then a security guard comes over and says, hey, don't disrespect my client or harass anyone. And said he would file a complaint while the 11-year-old was sitting there crying. All right? This has honestly made me do a 180 on Chapel Roan. I now hate her. Here's her side of the story.
I'm just going to tell my half of the story of what happened today with a mother and child who were involved.
Okay, already she's lying, all right? I hate to immediately start picking apart her story, but it wasn't a mother and child, okay? It was a mother and a father and a child, okay? Don't erase fathers.
Involved with a security guard who is not my personal security. I didn't even see a woman and a child.
Like, this could not be me. I would never ignore a woman. The number one thing I do when I walk by a woman is I find the immediate closest seat so I can sit my ass down and listen.
Like, no one came up to me. No one bothered me. Like, I was just sitting at breakfast in my hotel. I think these people were staying at the hotel as well. So the fact that, like, a security guard I did not ask the security guard to go up and talk to this mother and child.
That's even worse because the security guard knew that you would want him to do it based on your pattern of behavior. That's actually even worse.
They did not come up to me. They weren't doing anything. It's unfair for security to just assume someone doesn't have good intentions when they have no
So why are you doubting the security guard's account of things? Maybe they knew something you didn't, like that the child was evil.
reason to believe because there's no action even taken. Like, and
then this.
I do not hate people who are fans of my music.
Oh, so in order for us to not be hated by you, we have to be a fan of your music? Maybe you should release better music. Chappelle. Taking your name from a famous black comedian.
I do not hate.
Who is transphobic, by the way.
Children. Like, that is crazy. I'm sorry to the mother and child that...
No apology to the father. No apology to the stepfather, the father who stepped up.
That someone was assuming something, that you would do something, and that if you felt uncomfortable, that makes me really sad. You did not deserve that.
I think I speak for everyone when I say death penalty for Chappell Roan. It is so people have been expanding the threat. Anyway, people have been expanding the threat all day, which is just unbelievable. Here he uses the next one. She literally shot a child with cancer, by the way, in the head point blank, and this is her response. True. This one's good too. It's the same one. It's literally the same one. This is the one. Department of State advises Americans worldwide to exercise increased caution. What did Chappell Roan do now? We're all asking the same thing. This was her moments before. Why do they have this picture of her like she died or something? She's still alive. She's just a little less happy. Is that the security guard on his way? The quote tweet, test your fucking coke, guys. That's okay. All right. Yeah, make jokes at the expense of an 11-year-old. Why don't you? I expect an apology from Chappell Roan. I can't believe I think she's doing a damn bad job being a celebrity. She cost Kamala the election, and now this. Oh my goodness. I think we should crucify her. Now you see how it happened. Now you see, and you want me to do what to Chappell Roan, who has done no ill will towards anyone? Crucify her, crucify her. You see how it happened now. Here we go. Child, oh my God, it's Chappell Roan, security guard. That is actually what happened. Oh. Oh man. Okay. Couple more. This one's great.
Mogging, Craig? Are they mogging, Craig?
They are.
Yes?
Yeah. And this was some frame mogging there by Alperin Shingun after some jester gooning.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my goodness, fun.
This is what Alestral's commentary was like, by the way. Okay, last one before we do that. This is from TuneHive. An AI-powered TikTok account called Fruit Love Island is the fastest growing ever, gaining 3 million followers in 9 days since launching on March 13th. It has videos hitting tens of millions of views within hours and a rapidly growing fandom. I'm sorry. If you enjoy this, you are submental. If you enjoy this, you are a submental unhuman. You are not ensouled. When you die, you won't go to heaven or hell. Your soul is just going to be destroyed like that of a dog. Oh man. We need to watch it. We will watch one episode of Fruit Love Island. By the way, Fruit Love Island, it's just a dating reality show. Did you know you actually are allowed to watch dating shows? You don't have to watch the fruit dating show.
Welcome to Fruit Love Island, where 8 single fruits are about to flirt, fight, and trust. Things get messy fast. Okay, this villa is insane. I'm not leaving here single. I just hope the guys are hot.
I'm here to have fun and probably break a few hearts. Bro said the quiet part out loud. I just hope the girls like nice guys.
Okay, the banana guy is definitely my type. Wait, I saw him first.
So, which one of you is the troublemaker?
I could be. He might not survive both of us.
Oh, this is gonna be messy.
Islanders, it's time for the first coupling ceremony. The girls will choose which guy they want to couple up with. The guy...
Cool. Awesome. This is a really good show, LOL. I'm against AI heavily, but I do enjoy the storyline. Not gonna lie. Yeah, awesome. If Iran really wants to fuck up America, they will nuke the data center that is making Fruit Love Island. Thus ends Freax. Oh, Robert Mueller died. Isn't America already fucked up? Shut up, Canadian. I don't want your input. You're just lucky that we accidentally walked ourselves into 8 more world wars, so we can't annex Canada anymore. All right. Oh, Chuck Norris died too. I forgot. Let's do a little Lestrals Worlds. So I want to talk about is maybe 5-10 minutes. I want to talk about the Lestrals World Tournament, which was this past weekend. Holy shit! Is that wizard token is a streamer? Correct. I guess I'll do it like this. OMG, industry plant. Farfa has still not responded. You slip so many 6-7 jokes into your commentary. I did. Okay. So first and foremost, how are we feeling about the fit? I was super excited about this fit. I think it came out a little less good than I had hoped. I liked the jacket. The undershirt, I think, was a little less exciting than I had wanted. Jacket looks a little tight. It's because I'm doing a thing here. Regardless, which one is you in the pick? I'm the black one. No. So Illustrals Worlds was this weekend, and I was absolutely thrilled. The weekend before, we hosted a Poison Nectar Monthly. If you have Illustrals cards and you want to fuck around with them, the Poison Nectar Monthly is a monthly tournament that we are hosting once again, but we did one just for people to experiment with their Worlds decks right before they went to Worlds. And we got a lot of really good stuff. Let me see if Top Illustrals has updated yet. Oh, it has the World Championship. Let's go. This was the PNM. Unsurprisingly, the top decks going into this event were Water, Solar, and I don't actually think we had anyone playing Hermes to a top finish. This is a good build, I think. So the fish deck, if you're unfamiliar, uses this card, Aphrodite, which is a divine rune, functions like a continuous spell. It allows you to search your deck for a card with the same name as a card you already have. But this includes titles. Some cards in Illustrals have a subtitle that isn't included in that. So if you have an Aphoros Champion of Aphrodite, you can get a card that's just called Aphoros. That's this guy, for instance. And the main setup combo of this deck is through cards that search Aphrodite, cards that search Aphoros. You can get Aphrodite, Aphoros, and Champion Aphoros on field, which draws you 2 cards and makes 2 5s. Because you draw 2 cards every turn, you can play super ignorantly with your back row runes, which are like trap cards, and then walk away with the game. The other top deck was this, Solar, which I guess I would liken to Lightsworn. It plays this Divine Rune Apollo, which allows you to look at the top cards of your deck and add Solar Illustrals found there to your hand to get to a power play where you activate the effect of Glimbat, an Illustral that can be discarded to the graveyard to search Temple of the Sun, which is a field spell, and then cast Nova Core, which has an alternate summoning condition. You can just slap it on the board if Temple of the Sun is enchanted, and on summon, it blows up an opponent's Illustral, which is like one of the most powerful effects in the game. Everything else is a mechanism to get to this card, Celeste Leo, which is as close as you can get to a card that just reads win the game. These 2 decks were the ones that people expected, but there's other stuff too. This Hermes deck is a toolbox strategy, which uses the Divine Rune Hermes as a mechanism to Foolish Burial creatures from your deck, and then a bunch of guys that do stuff when they're foolish. This one pops an Illustral. Aviolith, Champ of Hermes, heals you for 4. This one bounces an Illustral through an extended combo. And then the other deck that I think we're going to have to go to World Championship to see that was expected was Frost. This deck uses the Morfrost cards, which have been heavily hit after being really powerful in a previous metagame, in order to go wide really early. It doesn't go tall. It doesn't have like a Celestlio I automatically win the game card, but it does overwhelm early and then just do what they can to like eke out advantage. This is a deck that requires a lot of thought. So going into the event, we knew those 4 decks were going to be good, and they were the most represented. In order to get to the World Tournament, casters had to gain a certain number of points over the course of the year, going to open events, store regionals, and online premieres. And we had something like 60 people total who had qualified, and then ran a last chance event at the event that got like 10 more people in. As a result, it ended up being a 7-round tournament with a cut to top 16, and some of the individuals were killing themselves to do it. It's really shocking. The people who were killing themselves the most were members of the Nimbugs. Josh, of course, Bean Soldier TV, Trishula, Shurit, JT. In fact, or Justin rather. JT is JT Speed, probably what people are thinking of. Cards and Coffee TCG. There we go. In fact, Bean Soldier TV and Trishula met up in Bean Soldier TV's hometown and played literally 16-hour days for a week before coming to Vegas to play more 16-hour days. Like, they literally tested like 300 hours in a month. And then Josh went 1-3 drop. It was heart-fucking breaking. But they were both playing Solar, which is a deck that, just like Lightsworn, can draw wolves. And that ended up being what happened. It was a blast to cast. I was part of the casting team. If you get a chance to watch some of the footage, every round is good just because there's no huge blowouts. There's no like, oh, there's a super big skill differential. Every person there was like good at the game. And for that reason, like every match was competitive. When we got there, wait, Shady was there? Shady Penguin is like a co-owner of Alestrals now. Is that Rhett from Good Mythical Morning? It is. What is that pick from? I don't know. I don't know where they got this pick. I hate this pick. I wish they hadn't used it. Anyway, at the event, they released to us Sunstrike, the set that comes out in 2 months, for play. All right? And they released it by A-Drive going around and throwing it at people. He was like tossing it at people. And we were like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? And so they probably asked for one and didn't get a response. That's literally exactly what happened. No, I sent them ones, but they were my transparent pictures that I use for videos, and we didn't want that kind of crossover. So it was like they pulled one from a selfie or something. Anyway, he was like whipping them out in the opening ceremony. It was fun as fuck. And you could, if you got a certain package, you got a box. So I made it my mission to get a 3-of set of every card from the set. And I'm happy to say, after 3 days of scrounging around, I did get there. I do have every Sunstrike card 2 months before anyone should have them, which I'm thrilled about. Sunstrike, by the way, gonna be a good set. I'm super excited. So it was me and K and PK. The way we did it was we rotated. I love these guys. They are so much fun to cast with. I think we all have good chemistry. We had a good time casting together. I'll pull up the thread real quick. They had like a setup like you would expect that they've had at Kissimmee and Dallas. And then they had a bunch of like background shit specifically made for the World event. They had a demo of Awakened, by the way, which was fun. I am a card game guy first and foremost. The monster catching RPG is not something I'm super interested in. I will say it looks pretty polished for where it was like a pre-alpha. It was like a demo. I got a really cool drop, but I fucking sucked at it. I could not. They were supposed to give you like a raffle ticket when you inevitably beat a caster. Like you get into a trainer fight and you beat them. And I never did it. I lost to like 3 trainers and then it was like, okay, the game's over. And I'm like, well, fuck me, dude. I guess I. Oh, man. The guy next to me was chaining Stellars together. there's like the equivalent of shiny hunting. There's a stellar chain mechanic, and I look over there, and the person has like got 9 guys that are like miscolored, and I'm like, okay, I can't beat the first person. It was actually a skill issue. And I will say, every second I wasn't commentating, I was playing. We got like 45-minute breaks, and I would always go to side events and be like, what can I enter in 45 minutes? And the answer was nothing. You can't do a side event in 45 minutes. But the first day, I played Pandora's Box Sealed. The way Pandora's Box Sealed works is Pandora's Box is a product they sell, which is just like extra packs. It's like 10 loose packs for the price of like 4 loose packs. And so you get it, and then you build a deck from it. And I am fucking proud of this deck. This deck was unfucking beatable. There was a guy in my pod who had a deck that I think was an 11 out of 10. This was a 13 out of 10. I will also say this was not balanced. This format was not balanced at all. It was not good. But I had so much fun doing it. And then we did a bunch of casting. I like this photo of me. I like that photo of me too. This was the top 16. Akshar went undefeated, by the way. MG1, who was on Hermes. Sunflower was on Solar, I want to say. Sure, it was on Fish. Perky was on Morfrost. Evo Vamp was on Solar or Fish. Mace of Hearts was on Solar or Fish. Justin T was on Solar. Julian was on Fish. I don't know what Zis Elijah was on. Super Insane was on Fish. Trish was on Solar. Y Rebellion was on Hermes. Y Rebellion, best Hermes player in the world, by the way. Ren was, I think, on Solar. Mad Typhlosion was on Fish, and Doom Raider was on Fish. So I have to talk up a couple of these people. I was the guy with the 11-10 P-Box deck. Your deck was so fucked. Yeah, that's the person that I definitely was not supposed to beat. Doom Raider is a local. He goes to Comics to Astonish, and I play him all the time. And I beat him all the time. Actually, the week before the event, I went to locals, and I domed him in bracket. He was on Hermes, and we finished, and he was like, I was like, why are you playing Hermes? Surely you're not playing Hermes for Worlds. And he's like, no, but I expected at Worlds, so I wanted to be the one behind, playing it so that I would know what my opponent was doing, right? And I was like, so what do you think about the deck? He's like, I don't know how people play this shit. He was like, I just don't he's like, I don't get it. It's awful. And to be clear, he beat Y Rebellion in top 8, who is the best Hermes player in the world. So, I guess he was right. But from this top 16, it went to these top 4: Akshar, Shurit, Perky, Justin T, Julian, Trish, Y Rebellion, Doom Raider. It ended up being Shurit, Trish, Justin T, and Doom Raider. Doom Raider, by the way, had a real shot at top 2, but Trish and Shurit and Justin T, I think, are on a whole other level. The meme all weekend was that Shurit was going to win Worlds. His deck was specifically built to beat Solar, and then he played 7th round against Solar and 5 Solar in a row in top 16. He had the dream run. In finals, it was Shurit versus Trishula, and it was such an incredible matchup because the joke about Trishula has been Trishula has gotten 2nd place at like 5 different premier events. We call him the bridesmaid because he would never win finals. And it would always be like the stupidest shit you've ever seen while he never won. And the alternative was Shurit, who everyone was like, oh, he's just going to win, would win. And so it was a fucking tight-ass 3-game set. Trishula ended up winning off of an unbelievable sequence. He played super well all 3 games. And also, it's fucked up. He Celeste Leo'd, the card that I mentioned earlier. And this card, the way it works is it destroys cards non-targeting on the field up to the number of Solar Illustrals that you look at the top of your deck. He hit 0! He hit 0! He fucking flipped it. Boom, 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 boom. 0 hits. It did nothing. It was crazy. But he ended up taking it with this deck. He played out of his fucking mind. Shurit also played out of his fucking mind. Crazy ass finale. Here is Trish just exploded on the ground. He got an uncut sheet. He got a trophy. He got this big ass Volt Tempest. He got like a case of Sunstrike 2 months before. Here's the other thing. I didn't cast finals. So while finals was going on, I ran over to play another P-Box sealed, and I had to stop and be like, after round 2, I was like, are you okay? I don't even think I asked if I was okay. I just said, I'll do it. I was like, I'm going to be back. I have to close out the stream. And so I ran over there, and I was like, thank you all for coming to World Team. It's so funny. This was the second P-Box. I went undefeated with this as well. This was horse shit. This list was so bad, but I just literally outdrew my opponents, I think. It was like I was blinding second because I was like, I have Eddie Mudlet, and they're like so powerful reactively. Same with Nobby, but so bad proactively that I was like, fuck it, I gotta blind second. And it worked out, but holy shit. You won because of Panzer? He was instrumental. The thing I did was I would do Panzer, get onto Ankleo Shock, so it would get like to be a 7 or an 8 and get over like the 2 drops. Oh my god. Anyway, so once Trish won, he and Trevor embraced, and then Justin, Cards and Coffee, embraced, and then Trish was like, Bean Soldier, get up here, because he was so instrumental in the testing. He's such a big part of this testing circle that they all hugged on stage, and this shot is unbelievable. Like the two of them crying, holding each other. It was a fucking tearjerker, man. Like card games for fucking ever, man. I can't believe how good card games are. Then there was a staff dinner, and PK won one of the giant cards in a raffle. Oh man, it was a wonderful weekend. The thing that didn't make it in here, and I don't know if it'll make it onto the Alestral's channel, I hope it does as a separate upload, is the Ridiculous Hat. I don't know if you know this guy. He was really instrumental in player outreach at Blizzard for Hearthstone. And his contract wasn't renewed, which was really weird because he was really, really good at his job. And so Alestral snatched him up. And he was player outreach for Alestrals for a while. They put him on head of organized play. So at the very end of... Spoke with him about it. The very end of the stream... I don't know if it made it on. I think it did. He talks about the changes to organized play. And they're really fucking good. Like I'm very excited that he is doing what he's doing. I think it'll be really good. Because I don't know, this is another thing. As I talk more about Alestrals, I'm currently really motivated to make content about Alestrals, so you'll see stuff on the MBT Alestrals channel. But as I talk about it, please, please, please sound off everywhere about what you would like to see from it. Because I had a lot of conversations with a lot of people in high places that were like, we want to be responsive to the community, but that requires the community to give us a response first. And a lot of it was like people going... The one I hear the most is people get them. They're like, this is fun. I have fun playing with my friends. I want to then play it at events, but there's no OTS around me. I could do webcam duels, but like I want to play in person. And that I think is something that will be helped by the changes. But if there's other stuff that people want to see changed, like really do let me know. Like I can get you all the ear of people who can actually change things. Obviously Clash though. I mean, so some kind of online client. Clash was so miserable. I talked so much about Clash to so many people. It's just what a fucking nightmare situation. And you know, it always hurts to see, like, not to say naive, but like newer companies just get railroaded by a company that's spec'd all their points in legal. You know what I mean? I will say this. The one really good outcome I heard was that Alestrals has a legal division. And I was like, thank the fucking Lord. It's like, oh, good. We're not amateurs. Oh, man. What happened to Clash? There's a blurb about it on the website, but the short of it is they found out right before launching the Kickstarter that the people that they contracted to build it were under a contract with another company that had not written a contract for them. And through a series of irritating contract disputes, it turned out the piecemeal solution that they had come up with fell through. And the current state of Clash is just the state it's going to be in until they can get another contracted party to finish it up. It's rough. It's like, it's not their fault. It's not the Alestrals people's fault. And I think they were kinder than I would have been if this happened to me, that the thing went down. But for a lot of people, it is like that is a huge breach of trust to be like, how could you get God in this way? You know what I mean? To be honest, even if it's not their fault, it's harder for me to be willing to back another Kickstarter. Yeah, I know a lot of people with that exact opinion, and I can't blame people for that opinion. I think it's really it's reasonable. I think that there is a possibility you will see, I don't want to be too descriptive, something close to what people are asking for in the coming months. But I want to sell you right now on ClashNet. Go download ClashNet. They made a dueling book. This is
Greetings, fellow Cap.
This is not by Alestrals, but Law made ClashNet, which is just Edo Pro. Or it's dueling book. It's more dueling book than Edo Pro. That's how I get footage for the videos. I understand, but holy, I'm still salty about it. No, it's fucking unbelievable. Anyway, I am sorry to say that I don't think that the rune that I made is going to ruin the game. I thought it was going to ruin the game. I played a lot of games of Sunstrike. It is not going to ruin the game. I will say no locals is the thing keeping me away from the game. I think that's the number one thing that keeps people out of the game. That's probably just me being a person who loves to go to locals, though. But I'm like, locals so important. Coder's Celestial looks really good. They're putting that shit on everything. Here, let me go back. Coder made an Alestral, and it's got like, it evolves into a dark form and a light form, and they're putting it on everything. It's on the world's banner. Let me see if I can when Dan starts talking here at the end. Yeah, he's blocking it right now, but the one on the left is Coder's Alestral. It's the base form of Coder's Alestral on the left there. Yeah, this little guy. And they're putting it on everything. They have it in a full art that is just shocking. Let me see. Look at this fucking thing. Fucking shit, dude. So this one in the middle is the Ascended form, which is like the 2-drop. And then the one on the left and right are like the version that aligns more with Lunar and more with Solar. Look at these fucking cards. Fuck. I'm not going to a card party, okay? So if you go to a card party, please sell me yours. No, Kevin cooked. Kevin did a great job with this guy. Are all the graphics sun faded? No, there's a sepia tone over the fucking upload. That's what it is. Ugh. They got to just hire Coder as a card designer. That is a good idea. I don't know. They should hire Coder as a complainer. No one complains like that guy. He's #1 complain man. I love him for it. Fuck me. All right, that was Alestral's Worlds. Shouts out to Trish. He played his fucking it would have been great if Shirt won. No one more deserving in my mind than Trishula. I can't believe how good of a story it was that he fucking won. We got this picture and I read this. Oh, the funniest part was that the classic Trish meme is there's a card in the game called Galaxy. I think I can pull it up if I go to Shurit's deck here. And the way Galaxy works, that's Galaxy Champ Poseidon. I'm looking for base Galaxy. I thought he was playing base Galaxy. Am I out of my mind? I guess not. Trish is playing base Galaxy out of the board. Here we go. So the way Galaxy works is while it is enchanted, every water Alestral's attack and defense are swapped. So this is an effect that ends up causing a lot of problems because if you hit it with this card, Poison Tipped Arrow, it decreases an Alestral's attack by 2, and then you can pay to pop it in the end phase. So the Galaxy that's enchanted is not going to be a 2/5. It's going to be a 5/2 because of the swap. You activate Poison Tipped Arrow. What is the attack of the Galaxy? If you said 3, you are wrong. Because it doesn't work like a last activated. It works in a very specific way. The effect of Poison Tipped Arrow applies, and then the effect of the Galaxy applies. So it will sync it to 0, then flip it to 5-0. So whenever this happens, the whole chat will spam whale arrow ? And in the finals, the whale arrow ? happened. It just so happened the correct play was to pay for a PTA on a Galaxy. And both players just got to meme about it for a sec. Is very good. Very excited. It's also really funny. Let me see if I can find do they have the Judge Galaxy? Fuck. It's probably on Collect. They made a I was able to get a playset of this off people handing it to me. But the Judge program has promos the way that like Magic the Gathering does, and one of them is is Galaxy. Let me see if I can find it. Judge promo Galaxy. Fuck me. No, where is it? Elestral's Judge program reward. Oh, I'm gonna get so mad if I can't find it. Oh. No. I really can't find it. Fuck me. Galaxy full art, maybe? No, that didn't do it. There are so many good arts of this fucking card. I'm actually now gonna find it. It is now irritating me that I can't seem to find it. You know who I bet has it is ClashNet. I bet it's in ClashNet. Hold up. I'm gonna find it on ClashNet. Deck Builder? Galaxy? Card pool all arts. Apply filters. There it is. Okay, here. Fucking. Now how do I get you all to see this? Hold up. I can do it like this. Second screen. Oh, someone just found it. Thank you. This is the Judge Galaxy. It's literally a guy hitting the whale with the arrow. Oh, man. I love the way this looks. Elite 4 drew this one. Elite 4's art is unmatched in this game. How's the card quality? I know you'd mentioned it being only okay in the past. Yeah, for the first couple of sets, they had like a different manufacturer every set. Because I don't know if you all have tried to make a card game recently. Like, there aren't companies that do it. All the companies that do it have wait lists that are years long, and a significant amount of them are in China. And right now, getting stuff in and out of China is a fucking hassle because of tariffs. So this time they used the same for Sunstrike. It's the same people that did the Kickstarter prints, and they're unbelievable. They're so good. Like, the Kickstarter prints, in my opinion, were the best that Elestral's cards ever felt, and these feel that good. Is it Trish in the art? That's got to be Trish in the art, right? It's why Pokemon keeps buying printing companies? Yeah. No. It's, is what it is. I wanted to do Judge program to get these. Tell that to the Cyberpunk TCG guys. They're looking to get everything printed by October. I mean, best of luck to them. The Cyberpunk TCG... Let me look it up real quick. This is unbelievable. 12 million with 25 days to go. Crazy, crazy. The most AstroTurf TCG of all time. Hey, you want to talk to me about industry plant? That said, I mean, this will be fun. I will try this out when it comes out for sure. Most funded Kickstarter TCG ever. Yeah. I don't think they will get it out by October. But I think that it will come out sooner than we expect. By the way, rest in peace, my guy. Rest in fucking peace. Oh, man. I can't believe this. Altered was the second most AstroTurf shit ever. When this $7 million. What the fuck is this? You never you never played Altered? I knew a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh pros that were real in on this real early. They were like, "Yeah, I'm going to go to Altered. I'm going to go to what was this one? It was a good ass game. I played it a couple times. I was like, yeah, I could see this taking off, and it did for a little while. But it made it to what, like set 3? It is. I hate to be like this. I don't want to dick ride Alestrals all day every day, but it is really impressive that it's still around. It is really, really impressive that it's been around for, what, 4 years now? It's got 7 sets out. Like, fuck me, dude. I knew so many locals that went in on this. Man, I really thought Altered was going to live. The one I can't believe is still kicking is Sorcery. Sorcery was like one of those TCGs that seems like really good for a weekend, and then it's like, it sucks that it's now competing with pre-modern, right? My LGS got burned with Altered. I'm always impressed Keyforge is still going. Is Keyforge still going? Isn't it like different now? They like changed it substantially. Oh my god, no, it's the exact same. Wow. Every time I see Keyforge, it is a different product. You know what my LGS had in the back storeroom? Soulforge. I like to for Leah Progression Playoffs, Leah's birthday, I like to get her discontinued products that my LGS has in the storeroom. And Soulforge, man, that was a game. We played 2 or 3 games of it, and then we never played again. I worked on Soulforge, the digital one. That's crazy. Soulforge, I can't believe that didn't take off. I think it was, this is going to sound stupid, I think it was actually just ahead of its time. I think it was like people weren't ready for it. The design team include Richard Garfield and Brian Kibler. How did this game fail? Fuck my ass, dude. How did this game fail? Man. Although, wasn't the WoW TCG also Kibler? Because Richard Garfield has not made a good game since Magic the Gathering, and Kibler is a pro, not a designer. I disagree. Kibler's resume when it comes to making games is almost as impressive as his resume when it comes to winning them. The game was good. We played a lot of Soulforge after we bought it from the stupid fucking thing. Ascension. Damn, that was a game too. It was not good. Flux is still around, right? Yeah. Do people still play Munchkin? It's not like the same as a card game, right? I am so happy this is what the website looks like. I'm so happy this is what the website still looks like. I am so happy this is what the website looks like. It's a board game? Yeah. No, there was a TCG for a short period of time, right? What about MetaZoo? Isn't MetaZoo back? Somehow MetaZoo returned. I don't know. I would say right now the most popular trading card games are Yu-Gi-Oh!, Rush Duel, Magic the Gathering, Alestrals, Pokemon, Pocket, Go Fish, Uno, Naruto, Dragon Ball Super, Cribbage, Redemption, V-Card, the Italian Brain Rot TCG. Nah. Dude, One Piece still going crazy though. One Piece going so crazy. I don't know about you all. I know there's probably people here who enjoy One Piece. One Piece is one of those, talk about industry plant card game. It's a card game that feels designed to be opened, if that makes sense. Every time I've played a game of One Piece, I'm like, eh. But every time someone shows me a card, I'm like, that looks awesome. Everyone I know who plays Netrunner is like, man, Netrunner is good. It's weird. You can just say Sib. You can say Sib. But Netrunner is good. One Piece's cards look so good. If only the game was good. That's exactly how I feel. You ever try Digimon? I fucking love Digimon. I think the fact that it's a Bandai game that has been superseded by another Bandai game and still exists shows that it is worth playing. Usually Bandai's like, okay, we're done with that game. Now on to the next one. But somehow people are still playing Digimon. Gundam gets texture on all its cards above rare. They are really pretty. I can't get into Gundam, man. I played a couple games of Gundam. I was like, it's just not for me. You know what's crazy? If I wanted the itch that Gundam scratches to be scratched, I would just play Flesh and Blood. I don't know if that really makes sense. I will say the games I'm concerned about for the upcoming year, obviously I'm always concerned about Alestrals, you know, but I'm concerned about Lorcana. Man, do you remember when they couldn't keep Lorcana on shelves? Now it's just a welfare program for Dinka Fam. I'm concerned about Flesh and Blood. I think the existence of that game is really important, even if I don't play it a lot. And the one I'm really concerned about, which is really fucked up, is I am concerned about Riftbound. Which sounds pessimistic, right? Like, Riftbound is doing well, right? Like, the card game is selling cards. But I'm quite concerned because Riot is notorious for canning things that are doing good but not crazy. The people behind the card game clearly aren't super well versed about like how many people are going to want to play a card game or what they want organized play to look like. And I don't know if you've been hearing about the balance discussions, but they're also not fantastic either. We'll see. We'll see for sure. It would be so funny if Riftbound was a product that they couldn't keep on store shelves because they underestimated how much people want it. And then because it didn't impede like Yu-Gi-Oh's market share, they then canceled it next year. That's, I think, the funniest possible outcome. Like, oh, it didn't make enough money. You didn't print enough of the cards! Game I'm curious about is Star Wars Unlimited. That one feels over. That one feels over. What about Little Troubles TCG? Let's go! Quick game of Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. I like 4 Souls. I'm not going to play it right now. When will you make MBT TCG? I get a lot of people who are constantly like, Joseph, when are you going to get into game design? When are you going to start making games? Probably not ever. It's super weird. It's just not something I'm super interested in. I like critiquing games. I like playing games. I just didn't really like making them. This dude couldn't rotate a format. Well, the problem with rotation was I wasn't using my own game pieces. Real rotation has never been tried. True. We didn't even get to rotate. I do have some ideas for a card game that someday I would like to actualize, but they're very in the beginning stages. And one thing that I've learned by working with some of the Alestrals people is that so little of game design is designing the game. So much of like what you would want with respect to game design, like, wow, I'm gonna make game pieces all day, is not what it's about. And so much of it is like fucking sitting in IRC and being like, all right, what happens if we do this, and making spreadsheets and shit, you know. All right. Didn't we have to watch the Commander game today? So we are not going to do that. I'm so sorry that we're not going to do that. I had wanted to get Alex and Gage on to watch our episode of Shuffle Up and Play today. I can show you this, but that is not possible. Because boy is back in the hospital. It is what it is. Of course, keep him in your thoughts. I have full and complete faith that he's got that dog in him, but he is really going through it right now. Oh, this was funny. This happened at Worlds too. So one thing you can do at Worlds is play against Dan and or at Alestrals events is play against Dan and Shady Penguin for their like exclusive card. So Hat showed up with this deck. It's centered around this card called Eruption, which deals 3 damage to an opponent in a game with 20 life. Ready?
Pen to draw? Okay. Okay, I'll Eruption. I'll Eruption. I'll Eruption. You just don't. I see. I'll Eruption. That's great.
By the third one, he goes, I see. All right. Okay. I'll see. Yeah, I see.
I'll Eruption.
He was going around the fucking event space trying to find eruptions. This deck is 60 eruptions.
Let's see. You're a 2. I'll Eruption. GG's, well done.
GG's, yeah, GG's. Oh, man. Obviously, you can't do that. The limit on cards is 3, but Eruption is also limited. That card fucking... The new Eruption is annoying as fuck, but that card was so goddamn annoying. Why is Lavalith banned? So how is in that deck tier 0? You can't play it. It's legal. Lightning Bolt is limited. No, it's not even Lightning Bolt. It doesn't hit critters. It just hits people. The reason is because your life total isn't just how close you are to death. You also use your life total to cast cards in this game. So if you Eruption them at a certain position, it just means you win. Rather than like, your opponent's 3 closer to death. It's like your opponent now cannot play a guy to beat your board. It's LD. It's closer to LD, yeah, than Burn. How are all these guys banned? Okay, let me tell you right now. You could bring... out of these cards, you could easily bring back... Arcolith. You could bring back Arcolith today. You could... That's actually probably the only one you could bring back. Maybe Cryovern? Arcolith and Cryovern could probably come back. You can't bring any of this other shit back, yeah. We could bring back Lycavoid. People's not being babies about it. That was so funny. The funniest thing of all time. You could bring back Morphos. Morphos just top 4'd worlds with 1 Lycan. No, you could not. Fuck off. All right, okay. Let's play Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's do the dulls. Let's do the dulls. All right, what are we fucking with? Honey the Cat or Rock? Who the hell is Honey the Cat? What is Honey the Cat? I'm going to pick Roxy. How? I've never heard of this character. Mercy or Commander from Nikkei. I'm picking Mercy, but it could also have been Commander. 3K on Commander. Trafalgar Law or Namin. Oh, I guess it's Trafalgar Law. I'm getting fucking killed here today. This Fate character. Okay, sure. How about... Oh, God, I hope it's Hanzo. Thank God it's Hanzo. Jesus Christ. Baby 5, I guess? I don't think any of these have people jacking off to them. Tinkaton or Dangan Rampa character. It was Tinkaton. This one. Oh, Briar is the epic lolly. I forgot it was her. Springtrap, FNF for sure. And Alistair has been Hotel. Dude, I fucking sucked at this today. Let's do Cuddle. Ooh. Oh, come on. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's way off. It's almost 1-1. What do you want? 59-41. That's crazy. Let's do Poople. I've never gotten a 50-50. Weir. Interesting. War. Word. Would. That locks us, doesn't it? Maybe we can move from word. Word. Lord. God, wood is so close. Is whoop a word? I'm gonna chance it. Fuck. Oh. Okay. Still fine. That's probably perfect. There was a 5. Fuck me. Whatever. I'm not mad about it. Scrandle. Troperio or Marsala fries? I'm picking this one. All right, let's run it. Here we go. Pizza or hot dog? These both look pretty dire. I guess I'm going pizza. God, you can't even really see the hot dog. It's mostly bun here. Actually, the hot dog looks pretty good now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to pick hot dog. Fuck you. Chicken and rice or sausage roll? Always chicken and rice. Crazy here. Steak pasty or roast potatoes with beef gravy. The steak for sure. That looks pretty good. We've got cheeseburger or ice cream nachos. Jeez, what the fuck is an ice cream nacho? And for $9, still the cheeseburger looks like shit, so we're picking the nachos. Loaded fries or donuts. Oh, these both look crazy good. And they're pretty well priced, too. Fuck, these both are like 90s. I think people are probably biased against sweet. I will pick savory here. Yeah, dude, those donuts look nuts, too, though. Horseradish and red onion on bread. Is the onion bread ever going to win? Maybe against pizza slice. Yeah, it did. Wow. They just didn't have to call it the Polish thing. Chicken balti pie or bacon sandwich. Oh, Jesus Christ. That one on the right is disgusting. Cheeseburger or omer. Come on. don't be showing me this shit. Come on. Donner burger or pie, peas, and gravy. Expensive, but I'm picking the burg. Chicken corner kick fries. Free for season ticket holders. Done. All right, 8 out of 10. I'll take it. Let's do a comic dub. Anything for career advancement. Zootopia comic dub. I think so.
Chief, I've been thinking, I'm not sure this PR assignment is right for me anymore.
What's the issue, Hops? Too many
That's what the chief sounds like too. Have you seen Zootopia?
interviews and public events?
I just want to get back out there and help people directly again.
You are helping Hops. You're guiding the city through a tough time.
But, Chief,
Hops, that's enough. I respect your drive, and everyone appreciates what you did during the Night Howler case. But right now, you're more valuable in this role. Understood?
There's an open detective position, and I want a shot at it. I helped uncover the biggest case in the city. I know I can handle it.
Hops, please get off my desk. You don't yet have enough time or experience on record for that position. I'd have to really pull some strings to make that happen.
Please, sir, you know I'm ready. I'll do whatever it takes to prove it.
All right, I'll give you a chance, but this stays between us. Clear.
Yes, sir. Of course.
Prove yourself. And we'll talk about your future right here.
Was he even alluding to getting his dick sucked? I feel like he didn't seem into it. Yeah, exactly, right? I think I am gonna... Can someone just confirm that the original comic was pornography? It is. Okay, I will report then. I can confirm I've used this comic before. Used it for what? What if we don't play Yu-Gi-Oh today?
The trading card games Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh both have massive communities today.
I don't know if I'm going to watch this. I'll be honest. This is an hour 44. Certainly we will watch it Wednesday or something. I do have some stuff I want to watch Wednesday for once. Watch Jesse's video. What's Jesse's video?
Sam is engaged now, huh?
Is this about Jesse being sad that Sam is engaged and not to him?
I haven't seen him in quite a while. I guess this is what he's been doing. Maybe I should give him a call.
Busy. It's not how you...
His oldest man. Like the hand. Else. And once I can destroy monster I control, then set Abyss Actor spells from my deck, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pop this and set my... And I get to reset.
Can't fix
Consciously,
Just
you
get
work.
out of my house.
You're
Just-
sending me mixed
just get
messages.
kicked.
What are you talking?
Yeah, I will watch this. Yeah, I will in fact watch this. We will watch this on a different day, but we definitely will watch this. You all are distracting me. Let's play Yu-Gi-Oh! I know you all want to see me play Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone always says, Joseph, you need to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so fun. Well, Chad, it's been real. I turn on Yu-Gi-Oh! And everybody leaves. They go, I don't want to see Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck you. Yu-Gi-Oh! What day is New Cards PogChamp? Tuesdays. Always on Tuesdays. Is the new pack out? It's not, is it? If it is, we'll just play fucking Hero. It's out in 2 days. Fuck. What are we getting out of our duelist pack? We got RGB Rainbow Lucian. Great. That's what I wanted. We could play ass mode. I kind of like ass mode, but I really don't want to play Doomsy or ass mode. Both those decks are just more interesting in Genesis. React today and play Yu-Gi-Oh! On Wednesday. Yeah, that's what we want, is fewer people on a Wednesday stream. Wednesday streams already cap out at 14 people. Is there like a, like a special duel thing going on? No. Hmm. And the DC just ended. I mean, I guess we could just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Hero is $20 million in YouTube revenue. I'd love to play Hero. It's not out yet. We're missing it. Duel Links? No, man. They're not. What's the yummy FTK? What are you talking about? Let's see if they can defeat my Dark Magician. Oh, damn. Same rank as me. Let's go. Jesse, you're in gold? I just find that unreasonable. That a duelist as nubile and unpracticed as Jesse could be the same rank as me, someone who plays this game every day, all day. Brain Research Lab, yummy FTK. Oh, the JoJo ASMR one. Oh, and then I load up the game and we play against bots and disconnectors because we're in fucking gold. This is a prison. This is a prison. This is a prison. This is a prison. Okay, I know what you all want. You all want me to play Binding of Isaac in the corner. That's what you want. You queued up for this, my guy? Shut the fuck up! It is my job to play this game! Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Just grind till master. Yeah, what I have to do, this month was so busy for me because I had worlds, I had so much shit to do. I just need to grind a master and maintain master for long enough that I never have to deal with this horseshit again.
Yes.
Isaac.
We're hardly getting into games.
Lived alone in a small house on a hill. Isaac kept
Look at this. Hello? Game. Hey, game. Oh yeah, we had a pretty good T-Lost game going. I forgot. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so it looks like we've got what? Jello, that's nice. Camo Kid. Oh, but we don't have our safety. We are flying without a card, which means we are, you know, as they say, looking for a holy card. Let me turn the music off here. Okay, we lead Illusion of Chaos here. Let's go get... Shit, I don't know. Souls? Yeah, we can do it with souls. DMG to the graveyard. You know, we can draw some cards too. Let's try and draw our way out of this. Maybe just that one. Alright, fuck me, I guess. Normal Ash. The Miasma Necromancer. With my powerful Miasma Necromancer, I'll be able to add from my graveyard to my hand a copy of Dark Magician Girl, the Dark Magician Girl. With my powerful Dark Magician Girl, the Dark Magician Girl, I'll be able to special summon the Dark Magician Girl. I probably don't need called by. If they didn't stop the Miasma Necromancer, they can't stop anything because that card is very powerful. Shining Sark. Shining Sark. So how do we get the two... How do we do the 8s thing? It's summon Gandora? Yeah, like that. We go grab DMG here. The DM of the DMs. Do we have one? He's DM on field. We normaled, so we just grabbed Soul Servant. Soul Servant. Soul Servant. Myas. Moon. We'll just do this. How good is the DM deck? Not very. I just like playing it because it's funny. What do you think we want to end on here? Probably Desiree. Actually, probably not Desiree. I thought we were doing the 8s thing. I decided not to. The sauce is that you pair DM with cards that are good. That's true. Wait, that's actually true. All right, we'll just pass here. We're playing against Turbo Man. What do you think they intend to turbo? You know, we could go a Bawaku. Summon back nothing. Thank you, Spacebar. Holy shit, wait a minute. Spacebar with the Founder's Badge from 10,000 years ago. Still remember the ban list video from The Office goated era. God, it's been so long. Is this fucking Dark World? Hi, first time in live stream. Hey, sorry to hear it. Joseph, how do you feel about the new Archfiend cards? I mean, I like them. I don't know if they're like competitive. That's how I feel about so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now. I'm like, I really like these cards. Are they good? That's a different question, actually. V Gates. Did you talk about the OCG list? I didn't. This is actually pretty interesting. I can pop it in response to get that card banished, and while usually that would be a benefit because it summons off banish, it actually only summons if they have a Dark World card. So by popping the gates, it is actually going to not resolve. Huh. You think they'd be good in Genesis? Oh, I got bad news. Are you still getting enough sleep? No. Surely not. Okay. Sorry, Mr. End, if you do. Wait, what? Unizombie actually does trigger Dark Worlds. The problem is that that's not great. Okay. Oh, okay. No. Unizombie in the big 26. This is like a 10-year-old card now. That's crazy. And like most 10-year-olds, I'm not interested. I love how mad Jinzo gets when you lose. He starts like really doubling over with a headache. Only most? I mean, sometimes 10-year-olds have interesting stuff to say. You're not going to call young Sheldon interesting? Dude, I had a nice discussion about young Sheldon with PK Sparks. It's fucked up that young Sheldon is on his 3rd show. The reason I said that is because PK Sparks sleeps with the TV on, and so we were watching Nick at Night, and they have the rights to Big Bang Theory now. And so they play a lot of Big Bang Theory. Watching Big Bang Theory, Jesus Christ, the servers are cooked tonight. I'm watching Big Bang Theory, and I'm like, it's crazy that the Sheldon from this show is the Sheldon from Young Sheldon. This like lovable little character that people end up really liking. How interesting. And then a character that that's kind of abrasive in Young Sheldon now has another show in the Big Bang Theory extended universe. Also, I think it exists in the same universe as How I Met Your Mother. What a weird world we live in. Anyway, another show that I was introduced to this weekend that I didn't know anything about before was Wilding Out. Wilding Out? Is that what it's called? It was on like VH1 or whatever, and I was shocked at how fucking good it was. I liked this show Immediately, I was like, oh, this is like, okay, we're gonna just imperm this and hope that we win. It looks so, how white are you? I didn't have VH1 growing up. I was we were poor and white. But it's really funny that I was talking to PK and I'm like, is this just Black Who's Line? It's like, he was like, it is Black Who's Line. Okay, we won the game. But like, that's a good sell. It's Black Who's Line. I'm in. And also, we were watching old episodes. I think it's still on. But old episodes, and it was like the people they had on that show were all these like incredible performers at like the height of their fucking careers. And then every week they would get on like a new celebrity or whatever, and they had like every relevant icon. They had Kanye West on for one. There was one where they had the Yin Yang twins, and I was like, surely you can do better than the fucking Yin Yang twins. Okay, let's go Lacrima here. Kanye before the Yakub arc or after? It's he might have not even had The Wire yet. He was young. He was like 22, 23. And it was Nick Cannon on it. I think Cat Williams was on it too. Am I crazy? That's like crazy, right? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, cool game. I don't know. I think there should be more shows that are like that, which is just a bunch of people having fun. The gist of the show should be everybody has fun. Everybody gets together and has a good time in the show. Yes. I think my dream job watching the show, I would want to be one of the like white monkeys on the show. Because it was a show that was about and celebrated black culture. But they had to have a couple white guys on it. And the white guys on it were like totally dorky nerds that were just making classic improv jokes. And I was like, wait, that could be my job. Just get a Dropout subscription, man. Here I am telling you about a show that meant a lot to black culture, and you're telling me get a Dropout subscription? Do you tell Jewish people to subscribe to Dare Stormer? Fuck off. Get a Dropout subscription. Can I play the goddamn game? Are you gonna allow me to play the goddamn game? Oh my god. Wait, we can still do this. Show me the money. Do we have a DD Crow? Okay, thank God. Last thing I want to do is see failed actors from California do bits for $19.99 a month. That's true. That's true. I don't know. Dropout's fun. I appreciate people that like it. It is a show for soy millennials. People who are like, my favorite game genre is cozy fantasy. That type of thing. I send in Fiendsmith and Paradisium here? Probably, right? I don't really give a shit about the rest of this. I've been rewatching Playoffs, and I keep hearing you guys say 21 normally and nothing after. It feels wrong. Yeah, it predates all that. There's some 6-7s in there, too. I could normal summon this. It's me. I'm the soy millennial. We're all soy millennials. That's the thing, is people hear me say soy millennial, and they think I'm using it as like a pejorative. Like I'm saying disgusting soy millennials. Dog... Fucking call me a Chinese farmer, because all we are doing here is soy. We're here playing a card game made in 2002 for babies in the year of our Lord 2026. The sooner you realize that you are a soy millennial, the better your life is going to be. Your brain rot knows no bounds. TBH, SMH. That's fair. Dude, Trish was really bad this weekend. Trish was really going in on 6-7. 6-7 Maca Latte Labubu. Joseph, make a comparison, not racist challenge. What are you talking about? That wasn't racist. It's a nod to the fact that China stopped buying soybeans from American farmers due to tariff policies. Stick with the program here, folks. I am not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. Suck me sideways. We already normaled. We have not normaled? No. How the fuck could that be the case? Oh, I guess we didn't. Rod time, I guess? Rod? Huh. Okay, wait, hold up. Or we could go Gandora G, 2/8. Yeah, so it's Rod. Yeah, time to play with your Rod. I'm the disgusting one here, huh? How do we get so many Jurassic World sequels? Yeah, I'm surprised about that too. Ow. Probably not correct to get that card banished. Oh no, we already have the trap in the grave. We're fine. What are we thinking? For Gumbleon? For a Fuckleon? Do you think you could bring back the annoying orange show with Tobuscus? I think it's time. I speak for everyone when I say we are ready to forgive Tobuscus. It is funny if you go to like old Tobuscus videos, like the Nugget and a Biscuit one, half the comments are like, dude, this song changed my fucking life when I was 7 years old. Fuck, this song was the tits when I was 7 years old. And the other half are like, dude, I really don't appreciate that you keep saying the F slur in all your videos now. Tobuscus has died flying over Iran. Yeah. Oh, you must be out of your mind if you think I'm about to let you use that card. I might let him use it. Dude, what am I doing? Why didn't I leave an extra card in hand? Yeah, whatever. Ash Blossom. Fuck it. We're going to eye to Nemias for no value. Because we Ash Blossom. You know, they summon Snatchy. Crossout Designator. Alright, I guess I'll take that. This is like the greatest hand of all time from them, by the way. Please don't have an extender. Please do not have like a cookie or something. Okay, so now we make... Yeah. Now we go Fiendsmith in Paradise. They don't need it? Yeah, they do. Okay, so I'm going to make Dragoon even though it doesn't have a negate here. And the hope is that they'll concede with the understanding that, like, they couldn't beat a 1 negate with 1 card. I mean, it doesn't negate. They were smart enough to craft the yummy card, so I think they do know, but it's possible they just don't have it. That was fucking 4 hand craps and a 1-card Sharder, by the way. I guess I'm not counting Crossout Designator. I can't break my schedule. I took today off, but I'm bored. That's why I'm here. Jesse Cotton showing up being like, I'm fucking bored out of my gourd. Joseph, I'll show up to his stream and tell him how to play Dark Magician Turbo. Ooh, PhD crazy. Although I don't really want pills. I want to replace them with cards very quickly. God damn it, I have hand craps. Okay, hold up. Let's see you beat my Molcharmi Fuelos. People will be playing Yummy and Gold. Late season, too. Do you think it's very difficult to go to masterduelmeta.com and search the top deck? We need to see Jesse play more bad decks. He used to do that, like, post your bad deck list and I'll fix it thing. And I posted Generator and, oh, fucking hell. Useless ass. I posted Generator and Earth Machine, and he never did them, and then he was like, I'm canceling the series, which probably means that he thought there was no reason to continue the series because I'd posted lists that were already perfect. Oh, man. We're dead. We're dead. What are we supposed to do? We ash this, we have to deal with every Orcust in the world. You have to ash Requiem. Mermaid is legal. Fuck, it is! Why is Mermaid legal? That's fine. He didn't do Generator because he couldn't figure out a way to innovate it. Tisk. That's true though. that's been Dyer's life for the past 6 months. Why can't I win with Generator in Genesis? Because it plays 15 bricks. Because you have to play 15 bricks in the deck. And it loses to Cosmic Cyclone, which is the #1 most played card in Genesis. Oh, they're just going to make a fucking negate here. Mew in my pet deck has a Kirkillian bricks. Loker-Kinuanly, I think they should make a Generator that just wins the game. To be a level 9 monster says you win the game if this card is summoned, and then you don't have to play like R and Udgarda and Vela and Lopter, and you just play the field spell. Door will summon Planet Pathfinder. Thank God they are not making a negate. This does not activate. Good stuff. They're thinking about what they want to do. While they think, I'm gonna stink. All right, what's in here? Coupon. I don't think I want coupon. Oh, this is a scary ass room. I guess this is a fine droll. As much as a droll can be fine in this situation. Wait, how did Orcust Harpor get banished? We banished it for the Galatea Eye? Suck my testicles? What are you talking about? They said, I don't need Orcusts. What's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog up to these days? That's a great idea. What? We got the one from the graveyard. Okay. It's like Jeff Dunham doing his same bits. Did I tell you guys this? I can't remember if this was a stream bit or a bit from my real life, where my new low-stakes conspiracy theory is that Jeff Dunham has a position of power in the government, and that he orchestrated the Iranian war, which otherwise has no direct cause, so that he could still keep using the same puppets. He's like, fuck, I do two voices, like a vaguely Mexican one and a vaguely Middle Eastern one. And then he bankrolls the politician that's like anti-Mexican and anti-Middle Eastern. It's like I think that's a really good concept for him. I think that was a WotC bit, and that does sound like something we do on WotC. You got to go back and watch the Jeff Dunham bit. Why did they play around Ash Droll? That doesn't do anything here. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Shit, man, I don't know. guess I'll try and sneak some stuff out with Engraver. I ain't normal summoning. We could go tracked, grab Oh, don't do it. Okay, thank God. We could go tracked, grab my good friend Lacrima. They negate the Lurie. We go. No, we need to do this. Where is my WotC merch streamer, man? You can buy it. Okay. Thankfully, we do have the out to that. White Dark Assault, I'm so sorry. I just assumed someone else would post it. That is probably worth the crescendo. We have to kill them this turn, and it will happen. Okay. Can we droll here? No, because we need DMG to resolve to win the game. We could tribute summon her. Oh, this card can't be destroyed by battle. Is Fiendsmith combo not okay? Not into fucking DD Wave King High Caesar. No Agnum Day? No Agnum Day. This is the build that is still on the stupid fucking sandwich. We could Gandora G eat the board. Oh my god, it's special summons. They can negate Gandora G. Fuck me sideways, dude. Royal Gandora clears, though. That's true. That actually is true. Not normaled, and I don't intend to normal, so we should get Rod. Can't ash me twice, right? Okay, now we got to get out the Wave Hiking Caesar, which is impossible to do. You don't have Agnum Day? I don't need Agnum Day. Watch this. We're fine. I think we can droll ourselves now. Yeah. All according to plan. Do we go SP here? SP target Galatea? Is that sufficient? SP target Galatea, pop Wave High King. Dude, we're so close to lethal. We miasma? I would just go moon sequence. I don't want to calculate. Fuck, do we get to sequence? Oh, this. You know, Agnum Day would actually help a lot. Miasma, grab back, good pal. We did normal. So we can't do that. Does this card have an effect? No. So we can go... Man, I shouldn't have put her there. Oh, can I pop with this guy? Yes. No, I can't. Oh no. All right. You know what, Jeff? You were right. I'm not gonna bother. Ooh, WP Fancy Ball. Why even bother calculating? Probably Lacrima here. Very close. God, Agnum Day would literally just win here. No calculation necessary. Oops. WP use sequence to send. Hold. What? What are you talking about? Oh, send off the engraver. You're a genius. Oh. You're not that much of a genius. This has got to be close. I feel like such a fucking moron about Agnum Day. I want the 1200 burn. I really want the 1200 burn. I'm not doing math. Yeah, it's not remotely close. Oh! Wanna click end phase? That was a mistake. Okay, what was the line there? Let's sit and think. So, stuff we could have done different is destruction in battle phase. Like destruction walk over the wave hiking Timaeus in battle. Agnum Day obviously is not even worth talking about because that automatically wins. Not kill your guy, go about, burn 12, but I don't know where the last 18 would be. There is no lethal line without Agnum Day. So the reason we're not on Agnum Day, chat, is because the slot that would be Agnum Day is Sandwich. And I will not compromise on that. We should take out Fancy Ball. That card is fucking terrible. And every time we've done this, we've taken out Fancy Ball, and then somehow it sneaks back into the deck. I don't know how. I'm not putting it there. Someone else is. Oh, I'll take Console. The key's nice, too. Oh, this is a scary room. The scary room. Okay. Why can't you compromise on Sandwich? You have Dia Bellstar. Because I want Sandwich in the deck. That's pretty exciting. Unfortunately, there's nothing worth getting. Luck Up's nice. Weeha. God, I want that holy card really bad. So much money. Why is there so much money? Oh, this is a scary room. Get him, Jello. Get him, Jello. Jello, I believe in you. It's actually not a scary room because there's just an invincible path right here. Oh! Hold up. Yeah, this is looking good. More money. So much money. I'm going to go donate because I don't want to die on this guy and lose all my money. Is there a world where we tank whatever's coming? No. Don't think so. Yeah, especially if that's what's coming. Coupon's inactive. We already have enough actives. Wow, that was a big donation. It's here. I can feel it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Rainbow worm? I'm actually good. No rainbow worm. Probably not. Piss bed. Suck my dick. Oh, swallowed panty seems really good on this guy. Well, at least we have PhD. We'll get some good pills here. Speed up? Yes, sir. Hematemesis? Yes, sir. That was really bad. Wanted more. Okay, I'll be stupid. This is a decent one, and then we can Jello our way through the next one. Oh my god. Evil, evil one. Okay. God. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. The Shmovement. The Shmovement. They call him Shmove Master X. How does he do it? Wait, they got a Dragoon too. We're dead, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that stinks. And all because we played badly. How is that fair? Okay. Mega Mom. More like mega piece of shit. We're like, we are going to die. Oh my god, he generated that right on top of us. We're lucky I know what Black Mega Maw does, or that was just an immediate death, wasn't it? And I fat-fingered 48-hour energy, so whatever. Yeah, Speedball's nice. Nothing else we can do on this floor. Let's keep moving. Unfortunate. I think I got one more in me. Ooh, arcade. Okay, wait. Charge beggar. Could work. Work to increase my deal chance. I thought we were going to get servered. I thought we were going to get servered for a third time in 5 games. This hand is whatever. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I guess we can lose the DM of Dark Magician. I'm gonna be greedy. Where's our Ready Fusions? That's what I'm saying. You didn't put Agnum Day in? And I'm not gonna. Fuck Agnum Day. From your deck. Fuck. Okay, well, sorry. Did all this stuff to get to Gandora, but we're not making the 8. We'll grab this guy. Magician's Rod. Soul's Servant. Soul Servant. I don't know. How about this? And now, time for everyone's favorite line. Raider from Nova Aokami. Did I just miss the Nova raid? Nova, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. Oh my goodness. I was locked in. Nova, you came up in conversation a lot this week at Alestral's Worlds. Mostly because Miwa was there. Huh? We were all talking about you behind your back. You're like, Nova, such a brat. Oh, also I found that person who had your deck box. What do I do? Probably just this. Eva plays card games. I think she was literally just bored. She handed me her Pandora's box. After she opened it, she was like, I wanted the dopamine hit from opening cards, but I don't actually have anything to do with these. I said, okay. Nova lost her pet ice cube named Jerry today. I'm actually really sorry to hear that. I'm not that sorry. I don't care. Why did she do that? Suck my dick and balls. That's fine. She drank him afterwards, which was controversial. I should say so. What the fuck? Discard it with Goon? Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Do we have a negate to insulate our roach? Indeed we do. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Not get to the main phase just yet. Oh. You know, the crazy part about Maxi is that it's fun and fair for both players. That everyone involved in this one had a good game. Oh, is that Ka2 Death? What the fuck? I did all this shit just for them to normal summon Ka2 Death Scissors? I spent 15 minutes setting up this board of exactly 3 points of interaction for them to go Ka2 Death Scissors pass? What am I scared of? Desperado Barrel Dragon? Go to the end of your main phase. I'll fucking fancy ball this shit away. Oh my god. Yeah, yes, of course I'll use WP Fancy Ball. Of course I'll summon a Bawaku. Wait. Of course I'll summon... What? Huh? Oh. Well, I assumed a Link 0 is lower than a Link 2. I will destroy your back row. Okay, this is not real. Yeah. Uh-huh. Good stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. Okay, well, obviously I can't end on that one. Obviously I'm not allowed to end on that one. How about this one? Check deck? No! It's... What are you talking about? It's gonna fucking suck. Yeah, duh! It's got Gucci in it! Ooh, Gucci! Fine, I'll add fucking... Agnum Day to this list. Take out West in Peace Fancy Ball. You don't need Hope Harbor Dragluxion? Maybe you don't. I do. I'm not that good. Oh, hello? Oh, this hand's really good. Watch this. She triggers it. Isn't that funny? Oh! I got so excited that she triggered it that I didn't activate this. Okay, let's... We're good! We're okay! We're alright! Alright, We're okay, we're all good. We're alright. Spell card activated! Whew! Dude, this combo is so fucking cool. It makes me want to merge without looking. Oh, so we have an extra guy here. We want to just make our good friend? Make Desiree here. Yeah, why not? All right, we're gonna end on 2 negates. Freedom and Wheat Boys, 2 negates. draw could be anything. It could even be a negate. True. Opponent about to hit the craziest Dark Ruler of all time. We actually have an out to Dark Ruler. Okay. Sure. Keeps growth. Thank you for the well wishes. Ooh, I should do solid. I think I will permit Magician's Souls to resolve. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a mirror. 2 spell traps to graveyard? Oh, come on. Dude, don't make me do this to you. Don't make me do this to you. I'm so sorry, dude. No, that's enough. Evchip, thank you for the 32. Bean Soldier TV, thank you for the 61. Norris Vestrada, thank you for the gifted to PK Sparks. Harko, thank you for the 11. Drexia 808, thank you for the 4. Salt Cave, thank you for the Prime. Scarlon, thank you for the 49. Tompo 126, thank you for the 20. Yeah, I'll start doing this now. E9 Zippy, thank you for the 40. Usasif, thank you for the raid. I just totally missed that. I just totally missed it. Jesse Presmath, thank you for the 10 raid. I dislike Childre, thank you for the 47. Quantal, thank you for the 43. Gibraldi 1, thank you for the 41. Mantra, thank you for the Prime. Craig Security, thank you for the sub. Tons of Havoc, thank you for the Prime. Illusion in it, thank you for the 11. Processor, thank you for the 22. Vortex, thank you for the 20 bits. Weiss PL, thank you for the 17. K-Berry, thank you for the Prime. Inferno Bacon, thank you for the 7. Minad, thank you for the 23. Eastnick, thank you for the 53. Dreidel MTS, thank you for the 22. Hack Nerds, thank you for the 43. Vince, thank you for the 19. Kling Klang Music, thank you for 47. Cash Gun, thanks for the gifties. Salty, thank you for the 5. I cannot decide what color combo to do, Asban or Saltai. The choice is yours. Saltai forever, baby. I will negate your Magician's Rod. I'm dumb as fuck. Wait. Anonymous, thank you for the gifty to Dixon my ass. And we are now caught up. Wait, what? How can they do that? Huh? Wait, what? Who activated a spell card? I did. Oh, I active. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I activated, Gaze of Timaeus in draw phase. Oh, fuck. I was trying to play around that too. I just forgot that I'd done it. We're all looking for the guy who activated the spell card. Yeah, tell me about it. Maybe they're gonna go get 1,000 Knives. Whew. That is not 1,000 Knives. That is a fine Abawa coup target, though. We are gonna have to contend with the Dark Dragoon, but that's okay. I just assumed that it wasn't a spellcaster. I'm really losing to DM here. I'm really losing to DM. That's crazy. The order of the cards on top of the deck was changed. You didn't even get to add one. I didn't even need to negate it. Oh, man. That beautiful, beautiful sound that I love to hear so much. The order of the cards on top of the deck was changed. All right, we win. Yeah, good battle face. All right. Whew. That was a toughie. Yeah. What do they have to activate here as a quick? I wonder. Draw me a card. That one sucks. Grave F of something. They don't have a quick Grave F. This is lethal, yeah. This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. So she looks so bad at photographs. Yeah, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Fuck me, dude. All right, that's gonna be it from me. While I would like to play a little Ace Attorney, and I know that you all are clamoring for it, it is midnight. I am tired as fuck as a result of flying back this morning. I'm going to call it right now. I will play a little Ace Attorney tomorrow, so be around at like maybe 1 p.m. if you want to see just a teensy bit of that. Otherwise, I'm going to throw you over to someone else who is streaming. Let's see who is on twitch.tv. No one is playing Master Duel. Oh, the DB Grinder is playing. He's watching regional streams. He's not even playing Master Duel. What is he doing in the Master Duel section? Oh my god. Okay, I am going to throw you over to... Vase Ravana. Duel Room Fun Viewer Duels. They're on Be Right Back right now. It's going to be really funny to raid them while they're on Be Right Back. Bye.